Yeah, as your
Oh,
in card.
we're live? Oh my god.
Now we're live. Oh,
Not yet.
jeez. I mean, we are. That was funny. I was like,
Oh
did the
no.
countdown finish? Oh, shit, the countdown finished.
I
Ah,
still see the
crap.
countdown.
Well,
I'm looking at it right now. I still see the countdown. It just
I'm
shows
pretty
live.
good.
starting and nothing.
Yeah, we'll
It's,
see
it's,
how many
it's
minutes
live on mine.
I
Refresh
lost
it.
in that. That's pretty good.
There we go.
All right, so cool. Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the land of Gat'Ka. It's Jesse's homebrew D&D realm. That's my buddy, and we get to play in this game, and it's been pretty fun. So I'll have us all introduce ourselves. My name's Albie. I play Arthas Grail, a Adonin Grave Cleric. Gordon, why don't you go ahead next?
I'm Gordon. I will be playing Annalise, the human Rune Knight fighter.
All right, Austin?
I'm not Austin, so
After you, sir.
okay, that's fine. I was just trying to go before Albie said, introduce whoever was next. Trying to make it, a smooth transition.
You did the opposite, but it was amazing. I love it.
Yeah. So I guess
Can he get inspiration for that, Jesse? Can we give him inspiration for that? No, he says no.
I'm
Tom
Zach.
says no.
I play
All right.
Kofu Manu, who is the Zif artificer, an armor artificer to be precise.
Cool, and I'm Austin, as you may know already now. I play Hanzo, the anthropomorphic fox, phantom rogue. I forgot the kind of rogue I was for a second, but phantom rogue.
I'm Jesse the DM. I'll start off my normal thing. Trigger warning, there will be descriptions of graphic violence and/or death in this, and probably some other distasteful things I'm sure will come up. But so I'll go ahead and just recap. Last episode, our characters, the party went down the Pilato River and found the Athenaeum of Strabo, the Library of Strabo. After traversing the mountainside and surviving the Call of the Harpies and defeating the Tempest Elemental Myrmidon guarding the gates to the library, our characters were able to gain entry and discovered it is inhabited by Strabo, legendary healer from antiquity, who has been alive and living in this library for 600 years. And the whole purpose was to find this relic, the Orb of Strabo, which supposedly can heal or cure any disease and ward off the warrings of time and age. To your surprise, you found that Strabo does have the orb, but it is surgically implanted in his chest. You can see the scar on his chest and the illumination through his flesh. You can see the vascular veins in his chest from the light emanating from it. And yep.
I'm gonna get that thing
How
out.
large is it? Sorry, just the orb. How large is it? Is like big? Like
Too much bigger because it has to fit in this man. He's not a very large man.
Right.
He's elderly. He's probably
Heart
like
size?
5'6". Yeah, heart size probably.
Okay, sorry. So continue.
Upon seeing him, he seemed overjoyed just to be seeing your faces. He obviously is been secluded here in kind of forced hermitage. He doesn't have his clothes are rags. He's kind of, you can see they've rotted off him in parts, and he just seemed to want. And just seeing your faces is a wonder to him, and he enjoys. At the same time, he's shaken by the destruction of his guardian, the elemental Myrmidon, for they took on the aspects of his late daughters, and seeing the elemental destroyed was a reminder of the death and somewhat of a second death for to witness for him. And so you stand on the steps to the temple, and I'm going to move you and Strabo is there, and he's still stuck in this kind of this bewildered wonderment, and he's going around, and he looks like he's probably in his 60s, but he's much older than that, and he keeps saying, "Beautiful faces, beautiful faces. I have not seen another human face in so long, or any face that case," he says, pointing down to Hanzo the fox. And he says, "Please, I am Strabo. I am so happy." And he begins to move down the steps, and he approaches you, Grail. As soon as he gets close to you, you're immediately hit with this wave of nausea and pain. Um, and you immediately double over from this cramping, and you begin vomiting. Uh,
Gross.
now, Grail,
Oh, those ginger candies. Oh, shit. I ate too many.
this is only happening to Grail.
Oh, yes, definitely. It's the ginger candies.
And as he comes closer to you, it intensifies. And he looks concerned. He says, he's like, "You are not well, my friend."
No, hold it. Hold it right there. Take a step back. A few steps back. Getting a little talk back on your speakers there, Jesse.
Okay.
Take a few steps back, and I gonna just do Eyes of the Grave and see if I pick up any undead within 60 feet of me.
Okay. Nope.
Okay. So then clearly it's him that's causing me this sickness, and so I just I say I was fine until you got close. So perhaps we should speak from afar. And I try to get back as far back until I feel better.
And he gives like this kind of knowing nod, and he says, "What you're feeling is not the problem with me. You're seeing the symptoms of another ailment." And he steps forward, and you're immediately hit with another wave, and this time it's more intense, and it drops you to your knees, and you begin vomiting, and blood. And someone give me a perception check. PC 10.
Sure. As
Someone
he was
or
going down, if
anyone?
he's
Someone specific?
19.
19. So, Austin, you're concerned, obviously, or Hansel, you're concerned, obviously, and you step forward, and you kind of put your hand on Greer's shoulder, and he's like benched, but you see like he's actually got blood in his bile, he spit up, and as you're looking at the vomit, you notice these little wriggling forms in it.
Gross.
Hey, back. I'm infected.
Um,
See what you're throwing up there? What'd you
Yeah.
have for breakfast?
So you recall also how the last few days you have been kind of feeling more and more sick. You haven't said anything because you didn't want to track, but you remembered you vomited when you were dealing with the harpies.
Yes,
and
I remember
you were
clearly.
feeling not well before that.
I mentioned to the group, I say, ever since we left the camp that night, when those things arrived,
Our cleric is sick. It's a little ironic.
I'm not dead. I'm just sick.
Uncle, why haven't you
There's a
said anything?
difference. I didn't think it was an issue.
Well, clearly it is now.
I only just put it together just now, and I take another ginger candy out and eat probably the last one I have. It gives me
Might
one
make
hit
it feel a
point.
little bit better.
I start chewing it. This one's very chewy. Orange flavor. But yeah, so I put 2 and 2 together from the thing that Kofu saw with his like cool magnifying glass when he investigated, and I already think the worst.
Yeah.
I ask Strabo then, is this a byproduct of, and I point to his chest. So it's like because he's getting close, this is what's happening. Is it forcing it out of me?
And he says, "Oh, you're aware of the orb then? This, this is it doing its work. It will pass."
Oh God.
And he kind of like and he just kind of steps towards you and kind of folds his arms, and like at first you're like, oh, this is getting worse. I'm not like this is not getting better, and then after it slowly passes, and lots of vomiting, maybe some other stuff.
I hand over some things that I care about so I don't vomit on them to Annalise, and I freely walk back towards Strabo, and I say, "Take me into your embrace. Free me of this pain."
He smiles and he says, "Yes," and he puts his arms around you. Yeah, and Emilio's standing behind him, and Emilio goes, "Oh," and you realize that like the back of his shirt has rotted away completely, and like it's just basically old man nakedness from the backside. And Emilio's like, "Oh, 600-year-old," and and he's like,
I'm
"Maybe a
pointing that
blanket
image
or
out of your
something."
head.
Yeah.
When I get close to Strabo, I whisper. All right, I'm like close to his ear, right? I mean, he's like holding me, right? So I'm not going to like yell or anything. So whispering to him, I say like, "Was this what it was like when Martius gave you the orb?"
And he kind of backs up and he goes, "Not at all."
Tell me. I must know.
And he sighs and says, "I see you're doing better." And he sighs and he kind of just ignores you for a moment and goes down the steps, and he's just looking up and he's like, "I have not been out of the library at this time of day in a very long time." And he kind of indicates back into the library. He says, "This has been my home for a very long time." And peering in, you can see it's like classic library in terms of like there's these long shelves with what look to be old books on them, and but they've been ravaged by time. So uh, some of the shelves have kind of like decayed and collapsed. You can see in the corner there's like a pile of rags and maybe some type of bed, and and he says, "Unfortunately, I have not been able to preserve all the records, but I've done what I can. I I was born in a small village south of here called Corioni. My father was a farmer, but I was never good with the tiller or the ads. The sciences were my passion. I want to know the laws of nature, study the movement of celestial bodies, discover the intricacies of the human mechanism. So my father gave up on me one day and took me to the local healer, asked him to make me his apprentice. He agreed. So began my journey as a healer. I studied for him for several years until he had nothing left to teach, and so I traveled. I traveled and studied, and anyone who would be willing to teach me what they knew. I studied with Thrax and shamans, those and mystics. I even studied with a Zif.
As soon as he says Ziff, my helmet pops open.
Yeah.
Um,
He's
And I
like,
say,
"Oh, you're tall for your size.
and as soon as he says that, my armor starts kind of unfolding into the chest plate, and then I'm standing at probably about a little bit above his waist.
Yeah. He goes, oh, do you all have these now?
I say, no, this is one of a kind. You said that you studied with Ziff.
Yeah, yeah. Kukrit, perhaps you know him, famous healer in the Agronian Keys. Kukrit, right?
I've heard of him. Yes, I've never met him.
Yes, I imagined he would be dead for quite some time now.
Yeah, quite a very long time actually. I was interested in
Speaking
your
of-
library. Did you have anything written by the ancient Tedonan scholar Tarkus?
Tarkus, of course. Those are some of the most prized, but
Hopefully those books don't disintegrate when you touch them.
but I don't know a condition. I have to find. Where was that?
I don't know.
He turns
600 years.
and like walks back into the library. Do a DC 10 investigation check for me.
As he goes in, I lean over to Annalise and say, I still say we cut it out of him.
17.
We may get to that, but for now, let's see where.
Well,
Yeah, but I give him a smirk though. I go a little wink.
17.
If he can help, helpful,
He says.
that's all I care about.
He says. He takes you to a shelf and he says, yes, I have his manuscript," and he picks it up and it just disintegrates in his hand and he goes, oh, that's not good. Maybe this one, and he picks up another one and the hat
touching him.
tears off and he's like, oh no.
No, stop!
They should
Stop!
have known this out of something else. No idea of posterity. And he grabs one, he's like, and it kind of some of the pages tear off the back, and he goes, yes, well, this is what I have left, and he gives you basically half of a manuscript.
Pick up all the shards, maybe you can piece it back together.
I mean, could I
It's like
cast
dust.
mending on stuff like that?
I mean, it's like.
That's
It
what it's
wouldn't
for, right?
restore. Well, it wouldn't restore the writing. It would just restore the pages.
Yeah, you would have to be able to. You could maybe do a little bit, but a lot of it's damaged. But there's some there.
Okay.
There's stuff left. And lo and behold, it is what's it called? So I should make the notes.
When I walk inside the library, I pass Hanzo and I say, if anyone's cutting it out of him, it is going to be you. And then I'm like,
You don't have to tell me twice.
It's called Expositions of Species and Kind by
Oh,
Tarkus.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty rad.
That's awesome. Cool. I guess we'll talk about that later then, about more information about that. I mean, I'm sure Kofu is noticeably he is
Jazz.
thrilled. Oh, he's super jazzed.
Nerd.
Yeah. So he's gonna go ahead and actually cast mending. It's gonna use one of my spell slots on the pages just so that they remain intact.
Yeah.
And then the writing itself, like Gordon said, would still be harder to read. But the pages themselves are strong, and I'm gonna go ahead and put those in my backpack after I cast mending on them.
Yeah.
Mending a cantrip.
you have to cast.
Oh, it is a cantrip. You're right. I had to do it a bunch. Okay, so I'm sitting there casting mending a bunch.
Just preemptively get the ones that are kind of that
Yeah.
aren't shattered or that
Forty-five.
aren't split up yet. Just get all
Yeah,
those,
anything. I'm being as
Give
careful as I
everything.
can, but like I said, just mending all of those pages.
fixing rips.
I want to ask strict.
Oh, wait! He turns around and starts grabbing books. He's like, "Do this one too."
No.
Stop touching them. Stop touching the books.
He's like,
Maybe later we'll have some people come back and we can. I know people would want to archive all of this. So
"I'm never coming back here." No. No. I am
No?
free. No,
Wait, hold on. I have a question for you.
of course.
back to mending.
Yeah, how have you lived here for 600 years, and why?
Well, I've lived here in this place, and well, the elemental you destroyed was as much a guardian, a caretaker for me as a guardian for the library. It was my only friend and my
Wait,
jailer.
that thing took care of you.
Yes, it
Then
fed me.
I am deeply sorry that it is gone.
Yes, me too. I guess in some ways, it would
So
allow me out twice a day. It's funny. Our conversations were a little one-sided, but I guess it was a friend in some ways.
I have another question for you. And you still haven't answered my last one, which was what was it like when Martius gave you the orb?
Oh, yes. Well, after some time, I stopped going to scholars, and young scholars started coming to me. I was once the student, and now I had become the teacher. Um, King Doris in Alengad Kingdom even put me on retainer, gave me a estate there. I awoke one morning to find a monolith outside my front door. It bore a simple inscription, an invitation from the Tempest King himself, and a compass at which to guide me to the Tempest throne itself. My wife Mora, she did she was a fearful. She did not want me to go, and to be honest, I was fearful myself. But how do you decline the invitation of a god? And so I went, not alone, of course. King Doris provided a retinue for me. It took us almost a year to find the place. But we found it, and it was just as I imagined. A whirlpool in the center of the Sophos Ocean. You could stand on one edge of it and fire a ballista, and the bolt would not find the other side. It was massive. When we arrived, I was greeted by his minions, not unlike the Myrmidon you fought on these very steps. They helped us descend to his palace.
At the bottom of the ocean?
I described something so foreign, so alien. There's nothing to compare. Martius informed me that the palace and whirlpool were in fact a gift from some other deity he called Lothin. I shudder to think of what type of power a being must wield to give such thing as a gift. I lived in that salt, water-soaked pit of desolation for 3 years. They were the most frightening and terrifying years of my life. I imagined waking every morning at the bottom of the ocean, surrounded by towering walls of water. And the roaring of the wind and waves was incessant. I thought I would go mad. In those 3 years, I spoke to Martius 5 times. Three years wandering those dank halls. I don't even think he was there most of the time. Not that I could tell. He was not restricted to corporeal form like you or me, no. He could shift from solid to vapor in an instant. To be honest, I think he only took physical form out of courtesy to me during interviews. I never knew what questions he would ask. Much of our conversations were us attempting to find some objective foundation on which just to base our simple descriptions and explanations upon. I once mustered enough courage to ask him if he was truly the god of tempests, and he told me he didn't know. He said that since we did not really know what gods were, he could not say he was one himself. Fair enough. I asked him how old he was, and he said providing a number was pointless because it was beyond any comprehension I could have. He told me he had watched the birth and death of mountains and seas. He had witnessed rivers of ice cut canyons through barren plains. That was enough for me to get the point. I once spent the whole morning describing to him what the olive press was and how it worked and why it was necessary. You would think meeting a god would bring you some sense of peace, security, and the knowledge that there was something greater, that a force that's steering, force is taking the reins of creation. Dread. Dread is what I felt. This being so powerful did not comprehend the world as you and I do. He was in all ways different. In the end of the third year, I had my final audience with the Lord of Gales. It was then that I asked to be returned to my home. I was fully prepared to be obliterated for my request, but he was puzzled and wanted to know why. I told him I wanted to see my daughters, hear them sing to me. I told them I was afraid to die in this place. In a place of such elemental power, you can't help but feel that you could be destroyed at any moment. At that time, it had been almost a year since I had spoken with him. And I told him that time passed differently for him than it did for me. And that what was a moment for him could be 100 years for me. He seemed to consider this sincerely. And then he agreed to let me go, or so I thought. He said I was a very important man, and that the knowledge I carried inside me was important. And he said he had a gift for me and my people. That's when he gave me this. He points to the scar on his chest. He said I would not have to worry about the worryings of time. And that he would make sure that there was always someone there to sing for me. And so he built this place. He said he needed to be kept safe. And so he put harpies on the mountain to sing me to sleep and make me forget about my pain. When I returned home, I found that my wife had already passed. She had got sick in the winter and her lungs had filled with water. But my daughters were alive. And when they learned I was to be put here, they came and lived with me. Somewhere in those woods is a cottage. They lived here, near me, for many years. But, of course, they got old. They died.
Did you ever see them, or were
I got-
you refined here?
They,
Confined.
they lived on the premises. I saw them every day for a couple of hours at least. Nina used to come to the door and talk to me through the through the door. They grew up maids here. Never had got married or had children. They're just worried about their papa. They weren't the only ones. For many times, priests and the sick would come here, and they would receive the healings of the orb. There was a time when droves of people, the line would stretch out onto the steppes and down the mountainside, people seeking salvation from their ailments. But time passed. Humans have a way of forgetting. They forgot the sacred rites that allowed them safe entry to this place past the Harpies. And they forgot about me. I haven't seen another person in over 400 years.
Well, I got news for you. There are no other people. We're all that's left. This is it. This is. No, I'm just
Uncle.
kidding.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty good. It's just keeping you on your toes.
See,
Trey.
honor has changed over the generations. It's much harsher now.
Nah, it's still the same.
Kofu thinks that's funnier than
Hey.
than Grail's joke. Like he laughs harder at that actually.
I look at Strabo and I say, I mean, I don't know if any of us have actually introduced ourselves to him at this point, but like, I'm gonna tell him my name, Arthas Grail, and that it is my absolute honor to meet him and to be one of the first people that he has seen in over 400 years.
The honor is mine.
Say what?
The honor is mine. I feel so fortunate. I have dreamed of this day 1,000 times.
Well, I have a question for you. Another, maybe my last.
Sure.
Why do you think we're here?
Well, I assume you were obviously sick. Like many I have here before, they came. And of course, there is the knowledge here. It's no point in protecting it. It'll just waste away here.
I can't help but feel the Tempest King did keep you here for safety reasons.
I've thought of this much. As I said before, he thought in different ways than we do, comprehended the world in a different way. I think he honestly thought he was doing me a service and the people. I truly think he thought this was a gift.
Perhaps he doesn't understand the complexities of humanity like we do.
Like you could say, we don't quite understand the complexities of the gods. Doesn't really translate.
Fair point.
Is
That's
it
smart,
true?
at least. Did you learn that in school? No, I'm just kidding.
I picked up a thing or two from Sister.
You're smart. You remind me of my daughters.
Hanzo says, yeah, this is a little awkward, but it's kind of a surprise, pal, but we're here for that thing in your chest.
The orb?
Well,
We're getting to that.
It's in my chest.
Well,
Right, it was
Exactly.
taking
I
too
can
long.
heal. Don't worry, I can heal someone. Show me.
If I may, we are from an order, Adonins. We're
Don't.
called the Zygote. We are called, yeah, Adonins.
You were far from home.
Yes. We are part of a temple. Perhaps it is descended of the, from the those who worshipped Mardius himself. And there was a story, uh, a myth to us 600 years later than your time. And it spoke of you, your story.
The stories about me.
Yes. In fact, that's why when you introduced yourself, we were all quite surprised to see you here alive. I think most of us figured you might, you know. So, I digress. There's a myth of you having this orb, and it has great power. Yeah. The Adonin Empire, if you will, um, got word that someone was looking for it. They didn't even know it existed.
Oh, an empire? That
A
little
what?
Darkwater island has an empire?
I thought that's what you
Yes,
meant.
I know it's hard to imagine probably, but time, like you said, in this case now, for you, a day for us was 100 years. So here we are, seeking it out because a great plague, the same, I think, perhaps, that plagues me, or plagued me, is the plague is it's ruining the land. Exos. If you, I mean, I'm assuming these are the same place names, right? So he knows who these places are.
Assume
When I
I
not
say
know
at all.
Exos,
that.
right? Necrete, right? So I mean, this guy's smart. I tell him all the different, and I say, I suppose we are hoping to rid the land of this plague, but also we know that other people are looking for this orb that are not quite as pleasant as we are to be
Ooh.
around, if you catch my drift. So, because that orb is in your chest, and I quite would like to spend more time talking to you, I think we're going to have to be friends for some time now, because we're not.
It's good. I have all the time in the world.
Yeah, clearly. But about that, somebody could still kill you, so you don't have all the
Oh,
time.
yes. That was part of the idea with
Calm down,
the
Hanzo.
Guardian.
Yeah, well, you saw what. I mean, we're just four people, extraordinary people, but four people, and there are perhaps hundreds of people that would kill anyone for this power. Are you capable of protecting it yourself, or was now that guardian is gone, are we left with
When I asked
being the
Martis
lambda?
why he put the Guardian on the gate, he said, it's funny you say that. He said he didn't want just anybody getting access. So
So
I
I
believe
go
you.
back to my original point. Maybe he didn't care about protecting you so much, Strabo. Maybe he did care about protecting the orb, and he deemed you worthy of it.
Possibly. But he could have just left the orb here with the Guardian. I think he had some idea of
But the
using it.
orb and the guardian don't pass the story that you just told us.
That's true. But
These books
many
are
have left
ash.
stories on stone before.
Yes, but you are a library yourself.
I guess in some ways, maybe just as decrepit as this one. but I do have some measure of knowledge.
Would you like a ginger candy?
Oh, I love a ginger candy.
I'm gonna give him
Hanzo
one.
just sits down. Like, all right, we're not leaving anytime soon, apparently.
No, I give him the ginger candy, and I go,
Take
I
a
look
bag
back at
out.
Annalise, and I say, you, if you're searching for any information, I'm sure he might have it. And I go take a seat on the steps for a minute too,
Well,
just to
he just-
contemplate the shit he told me.
He's he like puts it in his mouth and he's just like, ooh. Mm.
Actually,
Mhm.
to that
And
point,
he's like, I guess,
after Uncle's talking about other people wanting to maybe potentially do this, I want to go to Hanzo and say, "Hey, let's go do a perimeter check real quick." Well, these guys are
So you
trying
say
to
that, yeah, my hat's already like down low, like over my face. You just kind of peek up. It's like, all right.
I'll go tall and
Well, we're
loud.
gonna
You go
need
low
to-
and silent.
Yeah, I'll do
And
a
let's just
perimeter
walk
check.
around the temple, like see if there's any surprises. Make sure area's locked down.
you guys can roll a perception check for me.
Oh, are we gonna do the Diviner's Clutch too?
Yeah, I was wondering. Is he gonna roll it? Tell me Strabo rolls the Diviner's Clutch. He's like, hold on, I have a thing for you.
one.
Boom! And he just like jumps it all out on the.
I think Hanzo just so zoomed in, like he's a bounty hunter, so he's always done just like missions. Like he's like, that's the end point. We just have to get him to where we gotta go. Like he's just he's anxious. He's like, why are we still here? What are we doing? Like, like internally, he's not like pissed off. He's like, come on, we're like, we can leave right now.
I'm taking the dog for a walk. Find out shit.
Could be on the boat by now, already going downriver.
So you guys do a perimeter roll, and you don't see any threats or anything like that. You do going into the forest find some remnants of that actually looks like it was a larger compound at one time. You find like an old cottage that's like been grown over and like just the foundation, and it's basically under tree roots now.
Yeah. Completely
And
clean.
but there doesn't seem to be any threats in the area.
Cool.
Jesse, lore question: how long has the Zygotontheon been in existence?
Probably somewhere more around like 300 years or something like that.
Okay, so he wouldn't know what they were. Okay, cool. I was just curious.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
why he was
all right.
calling Adana like this old speck of an island. Probably he knew us when we
Yeah,
were.
I mean it is.
a bit
It's a
more
very tiny.
primitive.
Sorry, we're from Exos. We probably have like different heritage.
I ask him if he's ever heard of like Manu Temple or Mount Manu.
No, I've never heard of this place.
We'll be right back.
I never got to travel to Agaron proper. I was in the islands off the coast for a while, but only for some study for some of my studies. I'm sorry.
That's okay. If now I know they were talking of possibly leaving here. If there was anything that you wanted to bring with you, you know, books or manuscripts, if you wanted me to possibly mend them for you before we left. Maybe a few. Maybe your most prized.
He's actually
manuscripts.
still holding like some like torn ends of manuscripts, and he kind of looks at him. He says, "This." I kept myself going, thinking I was preserving the knowledge of the past to present one day the future. But it seems I have found that time has a way of well, changing all of our plans.
Strabo, I'm talking from experience. This is more work than one man can do, especially for 400 years.
Yes, this is all just dust now, I think. It's the knowledge I keep here.
And I actually smile, and Kofu gets a little emotional, and he goes, "I know exactly how you feel."
Yes. Another scholar then, huh? Yes.
I actually tell him of Manu Temple and how it was destroyed, and how I'm the last of my kind, and all the knowledge that was there was lost. And I make it my duty to keep the knowledge and to protect the Aegis of Manu and the last relic of my home.
Did we know that?
If you're listening, you might know that now, but no, I think that
You do.
I guess.
you know that now. But yeah, I think that Annalise might have known that. Maybe a little bit. I told you about Ebo.
I think you've mentioned home destruction before.
Yeah.
We're going out for walkies right
Oh,
now,
man.
so I don't hear this conversation currently.
So yeah, this is just me and Strabo. This is literally just me talking to another scholar.
It's funny how we can labor so much to try and preserve these things we've gone. And
I can't tell you when I take out the pages how much this means to me. This is something I've been searching for.
good. I'm glad I was at least able to preserve tiniest bit.
And this is more than I could have dreamed of.
Good.
So, hearing their conversation, just start thinking of when he says, "This is what we were searching for," and he's like talking about, his stuff. I think of Aurelia, and my deceased niece. Think of that the orb in his chest. This is what she should have been here, not me, not Grail, right? She should be here right now, and trying to imagine what that would have looked like, conversation or what have you, and then just becomes overcome with grief. It's just like you can kind of sees like Kofu's talking to him, but he's internalized like this sadness that like someone else is also looking for this for Strabo, and his niece died because of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So says now that's the most important thing to him, is while Annalise is like already out doing a run, like he's like, she's gonna be fine, and he's just thinking like, we have to finish the mission for Aurelia.
Kofu's just lost in Strabo and all the knowledge that he contains, and he's even trying to impress him at this point. And he has his Tinker's toys out, and he's actually mending Draco and showing him this fantastic technology that he probably hasn't seen before. And as soon as he gets it up and running, you see Draco's dragonfly wings start to flap, and he just takes off.
What is Emilio doing?
Emilio is actually like
One.
so when you're kind of like in your own moment, Grail, Emilio actually comes up behind you and he puts a hand on his shoulder and he kind of like looks at you, and he kind of realizes like you're kind of having a moment, and he says, "Apologies,
Okay.
Shepherd, but how are we going to get Strabo back to the Holy Island? This is not what we expected."
How did you get in my head so easily? Like, I was thinking the same thing. Like, it's like, it is so difficult to understand what to do now. Can we even all fit back in the boat? I'm saying this hushed to Emilio while Kofu is entertaining to be out of earshot.
Look how small he is. Of course, yeah, I think we fit him on the boat. But what is he to last? What if he falls over? He'd break a hip or something.
He'll heal the hip. I'm sure that orb probably has kept him together. I'm sure he'll be fine.
How does the bag of holding work with people? You can put a person in the bag of holding.
No,
sure
it's
it'll kill
like
them.
suffocation.
They have 10 minutes, I think. There.
10 minutes. Every
Just put
10
him in
minutes,
there
I'm
and
just
take
like
him
Strabo. He pops his head out. All right.
The air's gonna get real stale.
We have
Sleeping
we have
or
this
nothing?
crazy
He's
idea.
400 years old. He can wait a couple weeks or whatever it takes for us to get back.
It's maybe not a
I
terrible idea,
I
but
can
it's kind of
literally set a timer for every 9 minutes just so that it's not too bad.
Well,
This
we're
is
not.
the
I
second
don't know.
time that's happened in Gat'Ka.
We're not
So
back
just-
yet, but the problem then becomes what happens after that. But we'll discuss that.
Well, yeah,
after
that's
the
kind of
walk.
that's kind of the thing that I'm.
Yeah, I think they're gonna
interested
kill him anyway. But
Yeah, they're gonna get that thing
anyway,
out. Probably. But they're gonna try. While we're walking,
Kofu's not thinking about
Kofu,
any of this. He is just enthralled. He's just like, oh my god, this is. I can't
No,
believe this. is
Grail
happening."
puts the 2 and 2 together. Grail's like, Martius put him here for a reason to keep that thing safe, protected, whatever. Martius didn't care about anything else necessarily. All that he cared about was just like limiting the exposure that that thing has to humanity, whatever, to life. But if he just left it there and then forgot all about him, right? Like he's not come to visit him. Like he's just like whatever. That's a thing. Like I'm sure he's done that like 100 times, thousands of times, millions of times. Who knows how many times, right? If he's lived for hundreds of thousands of years or beyond, this god. So now Strabo has to worry about his own life, right? Somebody could try to kill him, but he was still gifted that by the god. It's not ours to take from him, but I also agree with you that it is possible that they're going to take it from him anyway. So, knowing that the corruption is with humanity, not with the orb, I think we have to protect him. Not really saying treason. Like, I'm just saying maybe there was no orb there.
What are you saying, old man?
No, I'm talking to, I'm talking to Emilio. I'm saying,
Yeah.
Emilio, think of all of the times that you've spent doing your job, doing the military, doing everything, right? Everything that we've done, Zygotantheon, missions, over and over, everything. Remember those men in Vathis? Remember what they were doing? They were just following orders.
You're talking about the temple militants here. Our life is orders. It's if
The
bringing
temple
this back to
militant
people,
takes.
we are returning the relic to the gods. I know not what better to do with this thing.
Maybe
Hmm.
that's what you think. But perhaps the gods sent us here to keep it safe.
Yes, I cannot think of a safer place than the isle, the Holy Isle itself.
Right.
We
And
know
what
this
I,
place is not safe.
clearly. And what I'm saying is that we go with it every step of the way.
Back to the isle.
And stay there to protect it.
I don't see if it's required. Why not? This is all I can do for her.
I just feel that Aurelia,
Bring this back, one way or another.
yes, and that is agreed. But I don't think Aurelia would sacrifice this man's life to give the orb back to the temple.
You're right.
I think that's what we would do. And I look at him and I'm like, telling him, I'm like, this man's that somebody might have to kill this man and take this orb first, and then we bring it back, and not bring him back.
Hopefully, we can
Right.
stay off the killing for some time.
It's a question of faith or duty, right? With the gods, God gave him this and put him here, and our duty to the Empire is to bring this back. Where did those lines intersect?
No, faith is duty for the temple. So by this time, it's like the evening time, so it's like starting to like the sun, or it's late afternoon. And did you guys want to take a long rest?
Before that,
Sure.
can I
We can take a long
cast
rest?
can I cast identify on the orb? Like, I asked Strabo, do you mind if I
No, cast identify on the chess piece.
I can
Breastplate?
cast it more than
Both.
once. I
Oh,
can
okay. Well
cast
then,
it, yeah.
don't let me stop you.
Is it cantrip?
It's a ritual
Ritual.
spell, but I also have 2 spell slots, so I don't mind just casting it twice if we're gonna take a long rest. Cool.
Casting. Do you have the identify rule? Just in case I don't.
Yep, I've got it. I've actually got it in the
In
chat
right
already.
now. It's like 2 messages up in chat.
So you choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has. If any, you learn whether any spells are affecting the item, what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
With Strabo, it's difficult because you can't actually touch the item.
Okay.
Because it's
behind his skin. It's not like
so like you
okay.
kind of you can touch his skin and you kind of like get these hints, like you can feel the power radiating off this thing. And you can tell it is a healing oriented power in terms of you can actually almost sense it is like in real time healing Strabo. Just by the mere act of his age, it is like sustaining him. And you can tell, like, and you don't even need the spell necessarily to tell us, like just like getting closer to him, you feel like this relief, almost like this radiant like relief hitting you, and it's not physical, it's also like a little bit like you just feel better. But you can't actually get a like a straight identify in terms
Gotcha.
of it giving you all the details you need. You need to actually put your hands on it. Now, when you do it for the breastplate, it does require attunement. It is magical. And let's see, did I write that down? Let's take a look at it.
Well, Grail's already wearing it.
Oh, yeah. Breastplate of the Tempest Myrmidon. Bronze plate is sturdy and well made, but okay, antiquated. Once burnished surface has darkened with age, and is covered in blue-green verdigris. The faces of 3 beautiful maidens are embossed into the chest. A single white opal is set into each of the foreheads, despite the armor's appearance is surprisingly light. You immediately tell that the power that is held in this thing is in the opals that are in each of the foreheads. Okay, so the way it works, breastplate of the Tempest Myrmidon spawns 2 charges at the beginning of each day with a max of 2 charges. The wearer may spend 1 charge to cast either Shocking Grasp or Gust. The wearer may spend 2 charges to cast Featherfall.
Damn.
The wearer
yes,
is
absolutely.
Pretty good.
the wearer is resistant to lightning damage.
Cool. So I'm studying this and absolutely fascinated by it. And are you still wearing it, Grail, while I'm identifying it?
I mean, I didn't put it on yet. I was just holding it.
Oh, I thought
Or you're
you
just
put
holding
on.
it. I thought you put it on too.
I think that takes time, doesn't it?
Well, you
Donning
could just
armor?
put it on, but you wouldn't. Yeah, I guess it would take like 20 minutes, I think, to take
I
it
guess.
off. And,
While
and
I'm
then
like
don it.
talking to him, I'm just like,
All right. Then in that case, it's on the ground, and I'm just sitting and I'm touching it and inspecting it everywhere, and I actually present it to you because you let me take a look at it, and I tell you all this amazing stuff about it.
I'd like look at Strabo and ask him like, do you mind? Like, is this any like? I feel like if by wearing it, I feel like I can honor your daughter's memory by displaying it.
My daughters died a long time ago. As much as I would like to think that they'd held their spirits, I know it was just mirror images of them. Martius knew I would outlive my daughters. And he thought by making some kind of impression of their nature into it, I would find some kind of comfort there. But this is not him.
Okay, then I will gladly wear it and just take it and just have that for my armor then. If he doesn't like it, so cool. I'll take it. Breastplate of the Tempest.
The description of the armor in under
Okay.
items.
So I'm gonna take some time and put that on. We're long resting, so I guess yeah. I mean, I'm gonna sleep in armor. Let's do it.
So
We're not gonna put him in the bag of holding, right? That's not
No, I
happening.
don't think so.
Okay. Then in that
I mean,
case,
is
I'm
Strabo
gonna
long
I'm
rest
gonna-
with us, or like
yeah,
what?
I mean, yes, he seems just exhilarated to be around you guys.
Okay, cool.
And he's only exhilarated to just be out. Like he's had this like strict, almost like scheduled thing where he'd be
Yeah.
allowed out at certain times of day. He's never been out in this time of day for 600
Well, then
days.
we're gonna make sure that whenever he's out anywhere, there's always at least one person with him, and it's a player.
Mm-hmm. So
babysitting.
you guys actually just kind of like you're like we're gonna take some rest. It's still light out, but you spend the rest of the day basically resting. So you can get your full health back.
so when if we spend the whole day resting, are we planning on traveling during the evening?
Hell yeah.
Because the time when you decide to take a rest, it's like 4 in the afternoon or something like that.
Okay.
So by the time you were fully rested, it would probably be closer to midnight or something like that, right?
I mean, I'm fine. Let's do a midnight run, guys. Totally.
So you can do
I'm
that.
just considering.
Night
I'm just
oil, great
considering
idea.
switching my armor from Guardian to Infiltrator.
Okay.
gonna be
But
on
I
both
think
those.
I'm just gonna stick with. Oh,
Go into the cover.
I'm gonna go.
Like, you need to be stealthy on a rowboat, like.
Well, it's more that it gives me my ranged attack.
Oh, okay. Well then, fuck, do that shit. Just sounds funny. I was like, I need to be stealthy.
Let's just continue. I think I'm gonna stick with Guardian armor.
Okay.
So who takes first? Do we do watches?
Because it's day, you guys don't really. I mean, you're all up. You're just kind of like resting. Like some of you snoozing, some of you walking around.
Heavy nap.
But I am going to ask you guys to make a camp first. So actually, everyone can roll a skill check. We're trying to
Instead of
get.
camp in like the
You're sleeping
main
inside?
foyer.
Yeah. So it's going to be a DC 10. You each get to choose a skill. You guys can't overlap in skills though. So actually, this is going to determine whether you get your full rest or not. So.
Uh-oh. Well, two of us already got it.
Check to find a good spot.
But we need 3.
Nope.
That's terrible.
Yes.
Well, why do we need 3? There's 4. Oh, because of Emilio. All right, we're good.
Yeah, we good? Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys successfully able to make camp. You get your rest. You get your skill slots back and everything. Spell slots.
All right. I am going to switch my armor to Infiltrator during the long rest.
Whoop, he's doing it.
Always going for it.
Just if I never do it, I'm just gonna regret it. So I'm gonna do it now. So yeah. So during the night, I'm tinkering with the breastplate. And yeah, when I wake up, it's ready to go.
So you guys are basically just like rest in the evening, and the light goes, the sun goes down, and you guys are just kind of sitting around the fire, just below the statue of Strabo there. Actually, let's see. Do that. I move you guys here. Just move you.
Oh, nice.
And let's actually do this. I'm gonna put Hans over here.
That's cute. Little camp there.
Yeah, you like that?
Gotta make sure. Yeah, I got it here. Whoop, there we go. Had to update the stream. There we go. Is that a statue of Strabo?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Does he know he has a statue built to himself outside? Of course he does. He's been
Yeah.
out.
Seen it a bunch of times.
Yeah. That's all fun.
Okay, so you guys are kind of chilling around the fireplace. You just had your meal. Actually, everyone eat a ration if you can.
Good
Um,
berry. Yeah.
I need a good berry.
Or you get a good berry.
Yeah,
That's
because I
Strabo's
gave
gonna
you
need,
all good berries previously.
You gave
Strabo's
me
gonna need a good berry or a
I
ration.
mean, I'll give him a ration. I'm giving him an actual ration. Like he's
Okay.
gonna get some real food.
Yeah, I'll
Mhm.
take some of that of my own rations. Can eat only so many berries.
This is my
Like
first
that.
berry.
It's pretty good, huh?
Uh,
It's like chewy and like sweet, but gingery with that spice.
Sinuses.
Yeah, clears the
Kofu's not
sinuses.
sure
Helps with,
about it.
it's has a whole anti. I'm really very
You'll
curious.
feel
Like
better
as
after you
this
finish
is
eating
like
it.
player knowledge. I just like am really curious to see what like it does to a Ziff knowing their abilities. But like Grail doesn't know shit about that.
Really bad gas. No, I was kidding.
Yeah,
Oh,
all
I'm
night
sorry I
long.
did this to you. This is my fault.
This is your fault, Grail.
I'm like,
Okay.
it smells so bad.
So you're camping and you guys kind of and Strabo, you start to realize like what kind of because he has since he's been out he's basically not stopped talking. He's been talking to you incessantly, asking questions. Sometimes just like talking. You don't even sure he's sure what he's talking about. He's just like talking, and it is like he's just wired, and he basically is like wants to know everything about you guys, wants to know what's going on, and he continually crestfallen when you're like, what about this? And you're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like I've never heard of that in my entire life. What is that? And he's like, oh, okay. And then you explain something, and he's like, I've never heard of that before. What the hell are you talking about? So you realize like we kind of get a concept of like what he's gone through and like what kind of effect it's had on his character. Um, and let's see,
Can't help
Andre,
but feel like Strabo when Strabo was asking, like talking to the gods and being like, What's that?" And like I'm just like totally not having. I feel the same way now.
right? Yeah. So like in since he's been here, the Adona Empire has become a thing. The city states were not even a thing before when he was back then. You're talking these city states were Icleo was a village when he was around. Um, and let's have everyone do me a perception check. Actually, who has night vision?
I do.
I do as well.
You guys do perception check for me.
Terrible.
16.
16. So Hanzo, you kind of like are trying to drown him out because you're kind of just annoyed by it at this point. So you got your hat kind of like turned down. You're basically like pretending to snooze because you're like maybe he won't talk to me if he thinks I'm asleep. And then and he like he's sitting next to you and you're like, man, this old man smells terrible. He smells like roadkill, and like I just
Those are
kind of
Kofu's farts.
and and then it gets stronger, and you're like, and you like lift your hat and you look out from the fire.
And
And you see a wall of rotting corpses shambling out of the trees.
Everybody up.
oh,
We got
Eyes of
company.
the Grave.
Oh god.
Eyes of
Begin
the
the
Grave.
battle music.
Within 60 feet.
Eyes of the
Hey,
grave.
it finally works.
Anything within 60 feet.
Yeah.
All around us.
There we go.
Lovely.
Can you see anything, Grail? I don't know if you can see anything.
I can see some things.
I can't see
I can
anything.
see.
Is it like in like video games where like you mark the characters so you can see them through walls? Like he can't see shit, but he can see the red blurry figures walking towards him.
Exactly. Well, because like my eyes are all blurry, I'm like, what? And I'm just like, just go into it, like, and I'm like, oh shit, we're surrounded.
I mean, can you see anything, or is it all black for you?
No, I can see.
It's
Oh.
all black for me.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, that's right, because of it's not emanating.
So this is in the middle of our long rest, right?
No, I
So
think
technically, your long rest is finished in terms of
Okay,
stat
cool.
wise.
Perfect. But like when it comes to, let's say, me changing my armor, did I change my armor as well?
Yes.
Okay.
it's like midnight, and we're just like all now awake, and
Getting
Hanzo
ready to
yells
leave.
at us to like, yeah, exactly, and it's like, hey, do we got to roll for initiative?
Yeah. Let's all roll for initiative.
So this will be the first time you guys have seen Kofu in this version of his armor.
Yeah, that'll be
So
interesting.
he is medium, or sorry, small sized, and the armor is actually skin tight, but it still looks like pieces of, like origami metal and gears. So you can see these gears and these small plates of metal, and like I said, it's just skin tight.
Sexy.
Dope.
Zach, you rolled a 3. Is that right?
I did roll 3.
Or do the Diviners Clutch as well?
Oh yeah. Let's do that.
And the Key of Fortune, is that still a thing?
Yes. The Key of
Okay.
Fortune got you the book.
Oh, sweet. Oh, dude,
There you go. Paid off.
that's awesome.
Okay, so this is going to be, I don't know if you guys can see this. That's going to be Kofu, that blurry thing there. Hanzo's Gladiator. And Elise the Knight.
Cool.
And Grail's the Centurion. So roll this up. I'm going to have to roll the token separately because I don't know what it is. Ooh. Okay.
And
Oh
Albie,
my God.
do you have control of Roll20? Can you give me a little dragonfly? Okay, never mind. Then take your time, Jesse. You don't have to do that now.
Has no power. I mean, I have like some power because Jesse has granted it, but no, I really don't have that much power.
Okay.
Not to do that.
Just going to turn this, see if we can see anything here.
You know, this is just wonderful that these things have all arrived to
So-
greet us in the morning.
So let's see, we got
Midnight.
here.
Kind of
It's
morning.
midnight. It's fine.
Kofu, you have advantage on your next perception check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Grail, you get to choose one item to have the magical property.
Hanzo's sword or bow? Which one do you want?
Bow.
Hanzo bow. Hans bow.
Hans bow. Thank you.
Annalise, you have a point of inspiration.
Oh, cool.
He finally got
That's
it.
useful.
All right. And then this is for me. No Eyes of Death.
Yes. Good. Good.
So, cool.
Oh, no bad stuff.
And I'm going to
No battle music. It's rough.
Oh, I'm playing Skyrim battle music on a different YouTube tab.
Okay.
Good.
I'm playing
Nice.
Oblivion.
Nice. All right, I'm going for it too now. Just guess I have to do it.
Like the dragon is coming down out of the air right now. That's where we're at.
let's just do
Pretty
this.
fantastic. I'm gonna go with Bannerlord.
There you go.
All right. Can you guys see it right?
Nope. I'm still blind.
No. I made light though.
I can see less than I could see a second ago.
I know why. Okay.
Why? I think it was because it went from like the advanced kind to the regular kind. There you go.
But you can't see, but Annalise can't.
There we go. I can see now.
Did you like flip our dark vision or something? How
You
that
don't
works.
have dark vision, do you?
No, I do. He does
Annalise,
not.
Annalise has dark vision?
Yeah, I get it from being a rune knight. It's one of the rune abilities.
Okay.
Fancy human.
Sweet.
It's 60 feet or something.
It's actually 120 for my part.
Oh, really?
Let me throw that in chat here. Which one is it? Is it this one?
Fuck, man, I'm grooving now. That's brilliant because I got it both through the
There you
same
go.
output. Amazing.
From the stone
Can you see
rune, and
now?
you have dark vision of range of 120. Yes, I can see completely. Oh, that's a lot of zombies. Holy crap.
Ah, it's not a lot. I've seen far more than that, Anna.
Well, you can't see all of them.
That's a good point.
Okay, so we had.
You don't understand, Anna. I have fought a cyclops and fell the
22.
beast.
Uncle, I don't need your bedtime stories right now.
What I'm trying to say is, and like he turns around, they're like right there. Oh!
Hanzo, you got a 24, is that right?
No, I think 21. Let me double check here. I got moved.
I had
Yeah, 21.
initiative 22. Hanzo had 21. Annalise was like 19, I think.
Yeah.
Kofu had 3. Rough. All right. And then we're just going to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of zombies.
We're fine.
I mean, for now.
All right. And so, Grail, you kind of hear like Hanzo like go say, "Wait, that's not the old man," and like sit up and like smell the air, and then like look, and he's like, you like basically get to where you're like, okay, everybody out. Like, Emilio grabs basically a burning log from the fire and hurls it out, and it lands out here and illuminates this area, and you can see just the shambling there of the lost, and you can see that their bodies started deteriorating. The maggots are climbing out of their weeping wounds, and they're like it's basically pouring out of them, and some of them you can spot these little stubby chitinous legs that have like popped out the sides of their ribs. You can see these little like tick legs coming out
Ugh, nasty.
where the rib cage is, and once they see you, they begin like shambling directly toward you.
Toward me or toward
Us.
Strabo?
Just all of you. And that's Grail. You're first up, Grail.
First thing I do is I cast Aid, and I'm going to give that to Kofu, Hanzo, and Annalise.
Oh boy. That's 5.
That's the +5, right?
Or no, 5
Yeah.
max.
Yeah, so let me just drop that in the bloop. There it is. Drop that in the chat. Each of 3 creatures within range, in this case it's those 3, each gain increased hit point by max. I can't speak today. Increased their hit point maximum by 5.
There you go.
English. Fuck.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
When he does so, he's basically reading and pulling off one of the scrolls that he like waxes to his armor. And he has that new breastplate on now, so it looks real cool. And so it's just all the other parts. And he rips it off. He's like, and it, the prayer is said. At which point I am going to make sure. I look at Hanzo or Kofu and I say, we should probably get some room and step back a little bit here and make sure that I'm flanking Strabo, just because he's like really important to protect, considering that's what we came here for and lost a niece for. So gonna go ahead and protect him. No bonus action. Bonus action Shillelagh. light up the Vicar's Cane.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Hanzo, it's your turn.
Cool. I'm going to move over here. How tall is this pedestal next to me?
It's the footing is taller than you are, so it's like at your head height.
Cool. I'm gonna climb it. I'm gonna
Okay.
go up there.
All right.
Just get above ground a little bit here. So that was 5, 10, 15 feet. And then I'm going to go ahead and shoot my bow
Mhm.
at this one here. So just
Okay.
draw it back. Sorry, I'm trying to get the thing to roll. 1 second. It's not rolling for me. There we go. God. 16.
That's going to be a hit for sure.
Oh, I did a sneak attack. My bad. But six damage.
6 damage.
Yeah.
All right. So you just let this arrow loose. You just hop up and like immediately let an arrow loose, and it plunks right into this thing's chest, and it kind of just, and then like it stops in its tracks for a second, and then like starts stepping forward again.
Cool. I'm gonna move my remaining, actually 5 of my remaining. Now I'm not gonna use my full 30, but to get behind this, and I'm gonna use my cunning action to hide.
Okay.
Oh
Ooh,
no.
natural one though. I think I'm hidden, but I'm not hidden. Which is gonna be sitting out in the open. It's just
You trip and fall on your way down.
I knock like the saber out of his hand on accident.
Annalise, it's your turn.
All right.
So you're roused by Hanzo's warning, and you basically look up and with your giant vision, you see this horde coming out, and I think you actually see farther than the Anamon, because I think
Really?
the Kofu and Hanzo is
Fair
60
enough.
feet, right? Is it right?
Yeah, 60 feet.
And there's a lot. There's a
Yeah,
lot.
there is a lot.
Yeah.
See, I only see like 6.
Yeah, it's a lot more than that. Well, to that point,
far.
I am, let's see, how far away am I? 5, 10, 15, 20. Perfect. To that point, I am actually going to get up off my sweet ass and charge forward. Grail's already kind of in the back. I'm going to jump in front of Kofu here and just kind of saying, everyone, get behind me! As I, again, grow and try to form just a defensive wall. They're saying, there's more coming! And I'm actually going to hold my action until one comes within striking range.
Okay. That's fine. Emilio's turn. Okay, so Emilio basically he's like, well, if I know one thing, everything hates fire. 5, 10, 15,
Yes.
20, 30. That's right. Actually, let's do it here. Do this. And
Burning hands.
burn them hands.
No,
Think-
Bernie hands.
Oh,
Bernie hands. I told them I need to get to the Senate.
Bernie hands. That's it. Bernie hands.
Bernie hands.
Boom. Bernie hands.
Oh,
Now I want to play Bernie Sanders as a D&D character. Amazing.
Oh no.
Love that.
Gonna be the next PC that's gonna betray us.
No, absolutely not. Hey.
No, he's like the king, dude. He's like he
I'm
made
the
it.
king.
He made it.
Welcome to the kingdom. It's amazing. It's a democracy.
So I think I can get, how long is it? I don't think I can only
15
get
total.
2 there. I think I can only get 2.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
And it does 12, 3, 6. This is 12 is what I roll. Dexterity saving throw.
I just want to say I'm so stoked for God of War Ragnarok.
Oh, are you kidding? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Did they say if that's going
So
to be
stoked.
PS4 or PS5 exclusive?
It's on both, and that's my only gripe is that it's built for PS4, and I feel like the PS5 version is probably just going to be like a 60 frames per second, with ray tracing upgrade. It's not going to be like, I don't know, up there with like Demon Souls, where it's like built for PS5.
Would you rather have it be a Cyberpunk where it tries to go too far in both
Oh,
directions?
I'm not saying that at all.
Takes
No,
10 years
no.
to build.
And I'd also rather everyone on PS4 be able to play God of War Ragnarok as well, because it's stupid hard to get a PS5. So yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think everybody should be able to play it. So I just wish that
I know what you
maybe-
mean, though.
yeah, but no. I mean, I'm equally excited. Wolverine was
Wolverine's
awesome.
being built for
You were like
PS5.
live. You were like live tweeting while I was like just 2 seconds behind you, and I was like, God damn it, Austin! It was just like every second. I was like, oh, it's gonna be huge, and then like my phone vibrates. Ah, shit! Like it's Wolverine. I thought it was gonna be Wolverine. Like,
Jesse, you were
My
saying?
bad.
That's
no,
hella
it was
funny.
fine. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was so funny. Like I wasn't angry. It was just so funny.
God damn it.
I was like on my lunch break, just like, oh, I'll watch right now. It's so cool. And then
Why am I not surprised?
this notification, it like pops up while I'm watching the video. I can like see like just my snippet of what you're saying. So fun.
That's messed up.
And just turns these guys into rocking matchsticks,
There we
and
go.
he kicks the torch farther forward.
Wait, what did he
There's
do?
a lot of them.
Yeah, I can see that. I can.
Oh, he dropped a torch.
Yeah, there's a
He
fuck
hurled.
ton of
Oh,
these
he
things,
hurled
guys.
the. That's right.
There's a lot of
That's
these
right.
things.
And then it is their turn.
Oh, oh god. Well,
I have questions for the group. Do we remember how we got here? How do we get to the boat?
wasn't like
Wait,
guys
I have a
came-
better idea.
we
I
took
have
the
a
long
better
way.
idea. Okay.
You guys
Okay.
came from
You guys are just gonna have to follow my lead on this, but it's not my turn yet, so I'm just gonna wait.
We're not
Okay,
jumping off the
follow my
cliff.
lead. You're definitely jumping off a cliff.
You can only cast Feather Fall on yourself.
No,
And he uses both your charges.
That
Not my
was-
turn.
Anyway.
It's theirs turn.
We might have the jump.
Okay.
He can't kill all of us. Just kidding. If we all jump.
God damn it, Emilio! I said stay behind me.
Well, you stay behind me.
I'm a literal wall.
So Amelia raises is immediately faces onslaught.
Dumbass.
So let's see here if he can rebuff them.
God, went out of range.
You can let your action go off, Annalise, if you
Yeah.
want.
Yes, please. I would love to swing at this guy's head with my longsword. Oh, it's almost a crit. Dirty 20 though. Assume that hits. That's 5 plus 11.
11 damage.
Yes.
So you basically take off this thing's left arm. And meanwhile, they're like swarming Emilio, and he like lifts his shield and but they just fear mass of him start pulling on the shield, and one just bites him like straight on the shoulder.
You idiot!
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, just do them all. All right. And it is Kofu's turn.
Yeah, can we see the cliff? Do we know where the cliff is?
We're here.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Kofu
we came
sees
from where
the
they're coming.
onslaught. And as much as Zach wants the experience, Kofu thinks that we should run.
How high is the cliff again?
Um,
It's like a couple 100 feet.
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay.
Kofu, do you? No.
That's
Sorry.
okay. Kofu's like, I have a great idea. I have a new invention I want to try. Everyone follow me. And he starts running towards the cliffside and shooting his lightning launcher behind him at the one. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I have 30 speed of 35, which is pretty sweet, guys. Just saying. That's 10 more than it used to be.
So 5 more than most of us.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's 1 square though. That's getting into combat or maybe not.
It used to be 25. It's huge for me. All right.
It is funny though, because in a goblin it still has 30 feet. Like, they're just still fast.
They're like real, like
They're
you know,
quick.
They got long legs, but they're just it's little bodies.
Yeah, let's go ahead, and Emilio needs some help, so I'm gonna attack that one with my lightning launcher. It's rolling damage automatically. That's 10 lightning.
All right. Is there a saving throw or something?
Nope, just 10 lightning.
Oh. Okay.
fixed it for you. That's what you just witnessed.
All right. So like you basically like hit it low and it just like blasts off one of its legs and it falls to the ground and it like slays there motionless for a second and then like like the back arches upward and like a tear appears on the back along the spine and rips apart and a wriggling beetle worm thing comes out the back and it's
Oh.
all mandibles and chitinous legs and
Seen these before.
it tears free and it's gonna lunge at Amelia.
Wait, are we Raven Guard right now?
Oh, it's actually that he goes after my turn. So yeah, that would be he would go for Emilio before I would be able to do that. Go ahead.
All right, Amelia catches on the shield.
Sweet. So Kofu's gonna just call out and say Draco, and Draco's gonna attack the beetle.
It's like a worm though, right? It's pretty tall,
Does
right?
a 12 hit the worm? Beetle?
It's well, it's imagine like a grub with little legs
Ew.
and mandibles.
Yeah, but it's like, but
Oh.
it's big.
Yeah, it's a medium-sized creature.
Oh.
So
Are
it's
we
huge.
jumping?
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
horrifying.
it's a huge.
Does,
I mean,
does
we're
a-
gonna
does a
have to
12
jump, but
hit?
maybe not yet.
Does not hit.
We're gonna kill everything first.
Oh.
It bounces off its carcass.
That's a lot of killing.
Amelia's got to disengage.
Grail,
We'll
you're
get
up.
there.
Shit. Shit. Okay, Kofu's running by. And he's like, I want to try an invention. He's like, now is not the time for inventions. Can you get us safely off the cliff? I'm asking if you have Featherfall.
It's gonna work. I promise.
I just want to hear. I have this new invention I haven't tried yet.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's amazing. That's how I roll, man.
We're just gonna jump off and hit water.
No, it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
If it doesn't work, I still have a backup plan for that, so we're
It's
fine.
gonna
with
work.
that.
Fireworks is what it is. He's just like jump off.
No,
Just give us the courage
Featherfall's
to
5
jump.
creatures. It's me and up to, or I think it's 5 creatures. Featherfall was the wording. It's 5 creatures, including me.
You choose 5
Choose
creatures.
up to 5 falling creatures
Albie,
within
it's-
range.
It's Featherfall.
Right. I know. What I'm saying is, I also have Featherfall
Cool.
because of
Sweet.
the chest plate.
Cool.
So
Oh, cool.
I say,
We're all
let's
gonna
go
jump at
to.
once.
No, we gotta hold. We gotta.
Hold hands.
Emilio's gonna die if he doesn't like disengage out of there. So I'm going
Told him to stay
to.
back.
He better. I mean, like, man, it's
I
got a
mean-
death wish.
Yeah, he might die. That might happen, but I don't think he will. I'm going to.
We only have room for one NPC in this group. So we gotta kill him off.
Gotta look this up.
Oh, we took on Strabo.
Is that how it works? It's always one NPC.
Just one NPC in this
There can
group.
only be one. We have to fight them. That's how they decide.
Hmm.
Whichever one wins.
Yeah, one of them's gonna die.
You two have to fight to the death. And Strabos is like, what?
Here's a knife. Good luck.
Emilio's hands are already burning. I'm going to. Okay, come on. Where does it say? Sorry, I'm reading a rule. Forgive me. Where does it? Oh, here it is. Okay, 30. Okay, got it. Cool, lovely. I tell Strabo to follow the Ziff. 5.
Okay.
Oh, did I already move? Yeah. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mhm.
Get next to my niece. And I hold up the vicar's cane into the air, and it glows when it's about maybe just like waist high with Annalise. She could like, look down, see, 'cause she's huge. And pull out the or I start reading or reciting a prayer that I know from memory. And I cast Channel Divinity, or use my Channel Divinity to turn undead.
Oh.
All right.
So undead within 30 feet of me. So a pretty good chunk of thems. They all got to make a wisdom saving throw. Is that what it was? Let me double check. Wait, where is it? Where did it go? It's weird because I don't have it on. There. Okay. I just had it up. Turn undead. As an action, you present your holy symbol, prayer, speak a prayer centering the undead. Each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, I was right. If it fails, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. Turned creature must spend its move to turn.
Right.
That's my what?
Channel Divinity.
Yeah, that's my Channel Divinity.
It can't take reactions for its action. It can use only dash action to try escape from an effect. Prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. Okay, so and what's
wisdom
DC?
saving throw.
What's the DC?
It would be my spell save. Which, why is my character sheet not loading now? Jeez, getting all the technical difficulties. Me as a player.
Like 15 or something.
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably less than that. Why won't my character sheet load? That's really annoying. I don't know what to do. Let me reload. Well, I mean, you can just roll. If yours above like a 13, then you're probably fine. There it is. Now it's loading. Spell save 13. Nailed it. So like all of them got to roll that. So
No, it said 30 feet, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
I mean, yeah, all of the ones within 30 feet is what I mean when I say that. I mean, it's a nice big chunk.
Okay.
That is my action.
All right. And that they have to, that applies to their turn, right? Yeah. Okay.
Wisdom save. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, whatever that is. And then my bonus action. Gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay.
There we go. And that is my turn.
Okay. Hanzo, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm going to move. So I'm going to jump down 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to use my cunning action to continue running or to dash. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Damn, I could get there. Well, no one else is here yet, so I guess I will just shoot from here. Try to get a little bit of distraction, or at least try to take one of them down. I'll use my short bow on. Trying to see one that I can actually hit without hitting Kofu. Can I shoot that one without?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. What was that? It just switched on me. It was a crit.
natural 20.
It was a crit, but I did with a sneak attack. So ignore the sneak attack.
Oh, damn.
But so the second D6 was a 1, so I'm going to reroll that one. Plus, I get an additional damage die. There's a 1 again. So I get my additional damage die still for Wells from the Grave. Oh, not Wells from the Grave. I don't know why I said that. From Piercer. It's only 3. 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's only 11 damage because I didn't get the sneak attack. But
Okay. Still crazy damage. Okay. 11 damage. You hit that zombie straight in the face with the arrow. It's just buried in his cheek.
you still up?
Still up.
Dang. All right, cool. That's it for me.
All right, Annalise. He's you can see like this like sea of them kind of like starting to buffet you here.
And I see everyone booking for the cliff. What's Strabo doing right about now?
Strabo is kind of seeing like what's going on, and then he's like seeing everyone start running in other directions, and then he like spots like one of the lost come into the light, and he's like, oh, I wish I was back in my library.
We really are the last ones. This is what the world is like now.
Exciting.
No, I don't say any of that. I see Emilio getting fucking swamped, and I know they're about to go. Well, I know they're about to go, but Annalise is seeing them raring to go. I don't really give a shit about this one that's on me, but I would like to try and run past or jump over Grail and try to like tackle Emilio out of them, forcing his movement so that they don't get attacks of opportunity, like essentially carrying him to the cliff.
So you'd like to like pick him up?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can move through Grail because he's a friendly character. And pick up Emilio.
Athletics check.
Yeah, that's gonna be an athletics check.
Kind of at least get on
Does
this
the
side. No,
power change anything to your strength stat?
no, but it gives me advantage on strength-based things.
Okay. Take it.
It's very similar to a barbarian's rage.
Okay.
We 21.
21.
Kind of just pick him up around the waist and carry him, just kind of like this.
All right. So you reach out and just grab him, and he's just like, "What? No!
I said it's time to
I'm
go.
going to take them." And like as you like pull him up, you like it's like he's like shedding zombies as you pick him up.
Wow, push.
And he's in the air, and he's just like wriggling. He's like, he looks up, and he's like, "Alice, stay behind me."
I said that's my line. I'm just gonna put him down in front of me, saying go.
Over here.
Yeah, like over here. Yeah, just for well, I have a little bit of movement, so I'll go there to put him closer to Kofu, while still backing up Grail and being close enough to defend him.
So you're going to get attacks of opportunity if because you moved and now you're moving away.
That is a lot of them. Do I want to action surge and disengage from them just kind of negating that? Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
So in the kind of, it's again very ballerina like, is a tiptoe, a little extra precise timing to get the movement down and picking him up and getting him out of there.
Mm-hmm. Or just kick a few out of the way, kind of like.
Yeah, exactly. A little like one's tip 1 foot down, the other kind of sweeps behind, kicking them out of the way.
And Emilio curses. He fires the furos, and he says, "Come on, little man.
Get
I'm not
Strabo.
sure what we're doing. I'm not sure what we're doing, but I think we have a plan. They have a plan." And 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 5, 10, 15, 20. Strabo's basically you've given him like a blanket because his clothes are so fucked up, and he's kind of like he's wrapped them around himself like a hamation, like a toga like thing, and he just lifts it up like up over his sides and like starts running like towards the side. And it's their turn.
They gotta do their wisdom
ready,
save,
Uncle.
whether they passed or failed, right?
They already did it.
They're gonna. Okay, so the ones that gotta do it, they gotta move away, and the ones that pass can do whatever they want to do. I imagine them standing there still reading the prayer, and they're like trying to come forward, and so like they're rearing back, and I'm just like, and it was just like just absolutely the word of Lethos sending these undead
As
back
I'm just
to
black
where they
swanning
came.
around you.
You do it like it blooms a light, and then like you can see them like kind of stop and like lift up their hands, like try and block the light. And it's almost kind of like them being afraid. It's like they're disoriented, like they like somehow lose their bearing, and they like start turning around and go in the wrong direction. But not all of them.
Exactly. I figured. But it was a good chance, especially with the way Jesse rolls. A lot of them are going to fail.
He's got the DM's player curse while he's a DM.
Nah, he just rolls bad all the time. Trust me. It's crazy. I've never seen somebody roll a 1 into another 1 so many times on so many different types of dice. Like it's a thing. But he gets natural 20s as a DM. That is, maybe you're right. Maybe it is the player's DM curse. Hopefully it just he rolls poorly here.
We'll see.
This one that's seems to be unfazed by your spell charges at you and
Has to roll wisdom save. I have
It did.
sanctuary.
oh, your sanctuary. What's the sanctuary? How much is it?
A wisdom save. Same thing. DC.
Is it 13?
Mhm.
Okay, so it stops. It's actually still holding on to a farmer's sickle, and it like brings it up to come down, but then like stops right before it hits you and just hangs in the air.
Interesting.
Oh, that's a pass.
Well, Jesse, so just for the record, it says on a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
Right.
So
So
use
if it
all
was
the
within
movement to get
range,
there.
it could have attacked somebody else. Unless it moved. Yeah, there you go.
So the what's your AC?
18.
Okay, damn. All right, that one fails. This one charges you and like it's clawing at your chest piece, but it's just like its nails are coming off and it's just like clawing at your armor.
I am not. I'm unfazed, still holding the cane up that is glowing and reading the prayers they're trying to get at me. And also, I have this like beautiful like almost like wireframe sanctuary dome that probably is like coming down. You know what I'm saying? It's like sanctuary.
Okay. The Grick slithers over through the bodies and like its mandibles clamp onto the edge of your breastplate and it's like wriggling and it makes like this weird stifled screeching noise and it's like its mandibles are like clamping, like clicking onto your armor.
Damn, they all passed too? Oh, actually, some of those were probably too far away.
Yeah, maybe.
Lost grabs onto your ankle at least, but you shake him loose.
Get off. Brr.
All right. Kofu, it's your turn.
All right, so I can see them gathering with my dark vision, and I know that not everybody here has that. So I'm actually going to use my little lightning launcher, and you see me kind of turn it into this small cannon, and I point it out and I aim it, and I fire, and this glowing, like blue, almost paint comes out, and it covers a bunch of them in this glowing blue paint, and I cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
So it would be, I can mark them if you want me to draw shape on the board here. I think it would be all of these guys here.
Is it a wisdom save for that one?
Yeah, let me put it in the.
Or is it a charisma or is it
Chat.
dex? It might be dex. I'll be right back.
Each object in a 20-foot cube within range, outlined in a blue, green, violet of your choice. Any creature in the area. Yeah, dexterity saving throw. DC 13.
Okay. Let's roll that real quick.
Yeah, and they would all shed bright light in a 10-foot radius. So those with dark vision, without dark vision, could easily see some of them if they fail, of course. And I'm basically gonna tell Hanzo and Emilio, we have to help them get out of here. I'll protect Strabo.
They all fail except for two of them. So,
Cool. So, like I said, they shed light in a 10-foot radius, and they're covered in this blue glowing paint.
okay. Just gonna move these ones. I'm just gonna know these two. Okay, cool. Where are we at? We were at we did.
Cool way to do the fairy fire.
We're at
is
the
that,
bottom, so now we're back to the top of the round. at
That's right. It's
Grail.
Did I- Okay.
And I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go to the edge of the cliff here.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of trying to see if I can see the bottom, and then I'm doing the math in my head, trying to figure out, okay, if I do this, how long? I think this is gonna work. This is gonna work.
Okay. And when you go, you look at the edge, and you just see like a blackness. Like you can't see the water.
No, but he's
below.
confident.
You can hear it, but you can't see it. All right. Grail, it's your turn.
Oh, sorry.
So all
Bonus
these things-
action. I'm gonna. Sorry, I know I do this all the time. Bonus action. I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
use Force Strike on this one
Hard to
here.
remember everything,
Okay.
right? Everything all the time.
So that's gonna be 5 force damage.
Does he? Does he get a save or anything?
Nope, just 5 force damage.
Okay.
It's like a tiny Eldritch Blast.
Oh, nice.
It comes out of Dracorpion's tail.
Speed a little bit.
Sorry, what was that?
Just kind of knock him off balance a little bit.
Yep, exactly.
Hanzo, it's your turn.
Hanzo.
Mm-hmm.
Don't I go before?
No,
Hanzo?
oh, Grail goes before me. Grail's the one, yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, Grail.
So just for the record, Fairy Fire, it only affects the creatures that were in there when you cast it.
Yeah,
So like
exactly.
if somebody runs through it, it doesn't affect them.
No, yeah, it's
Um,
only the moment I cast it. So the
so
paint
I-
is
yeah, it's
they're
hard
they're
for me
not
to
covered in
know.
paint. That's it.
It's hard for me to know which ones are and which ones aren't based on it being a square.
Yeah, the only
So-
2 of them passed. So which 2 passed, Jesse?
What-
This one passed, and then this one passed.
I don't see.
So
Oh, okay. So the 2 right in front of Annalise. Okay.
Oh,
got
the
it.
2 in the bottom left. Okay.
I have Sanctuary up, so I'm not going to do any attacks. Use my Channel Divinity. I do, however, have the ability to do other things. Let's try something. I think we got to jump, guys. Are we all on board with that? Someone's going to jump with Straybow,
Oh, that was the plan. Yeah.
I'll take care of that.
and we got to cast Featherfall because there's more than 5 of us. Both of us have to cast it.
Gonna be a bunch of held actions. Held actions.
It's 60 feet range, so as long as we jump together, we'll be okay.
Okay. Well,
How many
then
feet do you
I'm
fall per
going.
round?
It's going to be real far. 6 seconds? What is it? Is it for every 10 feet you fall? It's D6 damage? Yikes.
D10 usually for every story, basically.
D6 it's a D6 for every 10 feet typically. It's like what the
Yeah,
5e rule is.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
So I'm going to disengage.
So they have to try and hit you, right? And
No, I have disengage.
oh, you did disengage. Okay.
So, and then and I still have Sanctuary, because I'm concentrating. Oh, we used one hit. No, I never got hit. Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna tell Hanzo and Emilio and Strabo. I say, get to the ledge. The Ziff has something for us. We have to get out of here.
Tell
Get
me.
out of here.
All right, Hanzo, it's your turn.
Yeah, I'm going to move to the edge. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll move 30. Hey. Next to you. And then trying to think. I guess I'll hold my action to jump.
Okay.
And I guess cunning action, because I can. I'm just going to hide behind this pillar so no one knows I'm there.
The boundary down. All right.
Because why not? But cool, that's it. Oh yeah, and the held action obviously is when we all jump.
Annalise, it's your turn.
Oh boy, I got some distance to cover here. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, okay. I will disengage, back off, and kind of use this corridor here to make my way down. 5, 10, I did it. 15, 20, 25, 30. So, still close enough to do some backup, but nothing gets attacks of opportunity because giant battle arena dancing through the battlefield.
Do you do pirouettes as you do so?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Emilio's got straight over by the wrist and he pulls him to just like, let's go. And Straybo's like, wait, what are you doing? And he says, he's basically like, I didn't spend 600 years locked in things just to jump off a cliff as soon as I get outside.
Trust me.
There's a first time for everything.
There's also a last time.
You'll have to trust the Ziff for that.
All right. It's their turn.
Kofu,
Oh.
Hanzo, and
What's
Emilio
wrong
and
with that?
Strabo, you guys should just jump. Why don't you guys should just jump?
Could your featherfall works on other people too? It's not just yourself.
It's Featherfall. You said it's a
Okay.
spell.
Okay.
Right, Jesse?
Yep.
The chess piece grants Featherfall. So I could
No,
do
thought it
that
was just
once.
on you.
And no. So
Should be good.
you guys might as well go and source the boat.
No, Kofu won't leave without anybody. He's not leaving
Alright.
until everyone's ready to go.
All right. Back to
Not
you.
after
Jesse.
what happened last time.
Alice, what's your armor class?
19.
Never good.
All right.
Please tell me it hit me.
So building the big object there, and they're trying to swarm around you. They're trying to almost get around you. Yeah, we'll just.
So many.
That's even after turn on dead.
Right?
Kofu.
Tried.
for you.
None of the
Oh,
hit.
Mount?
Aw, I kind of wanted to get hit.
Okay.
They tried to, but they're not getting through your armor. So they're like, you're basically like they're like scrabbling on your knees and like trying to climb up you.
Go. Oh.
And I tell everyone like, we have to help Annalise, and I start turning my Thunder
Go!
Gauntlet and he has like these different bands with runes on it, and he's just turning it and just points it and shoots off another lightning launcher. It's 12 damage to the one on her right.
This one?
Yeah.
Any save? Did you get any save or no?
Nope. Just 12
Rolled
lightning.
a hit.
So you just blast that thing and like part of the chunks of his shoulder fly off and just like splats rotting meat across the rest of him. All right.
And
is that
then
your turn?
bonus action, yeah, I'm just going to command Draco to use his Force Strike.
Okay.
That is 14 hit.
Yes.
That's 5 force damage.
On the same one?
Yep. I like to imagine that Draco's actually just on the end of my lightning launcher with his scorpion tail out, and it's going out at like the same time. It's like a big piece of lightning and a tiny little bolt behind it.
Just like the tail comes up and shoots.
Exactly.
All right. Sounds good. Grail, it's you. Grail.
Yeah, I know. Just it's hard to. Really wish I had like a AOE kind of spell right now, but
I think
Quite
we
there
all
yet.
do, man.
We're all jumping. Let's
You
go.
used it.
Get to the edge.
I'm fine. Go.
it's 30. My sanctuary is useless. I'm going to shit. Yeah, I'm gonna twin cast guiding bolt at this one and this one.
Okay.
Let's deal some damage. I'm gonna use a. Oh, it has to be level 1 if I want to twin it, so we'll do that. So for the one to the left, Annalise, 14.
Okay.
Yeah, that's inflict
Does
wounds.
that hit?
Yeah.
Oh, oops. Okay, well it'd be the same thing. Good to know. That's inflict wounds.
Oh,
Okay.
Just
This is
different
the second
damage.
roll to hit then. So 13.
That hits.
Why isn't it showing the damage? It's 46. Okay.
Do you have
So-
advantage on these rolls? Don't you get advantage if they're fairy fired?
Oh, you are correct.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
But you got pivots anyway.
No, I'm cool with
I'm
it.
sorry.
I'm not gonna roll
Crit
for crits or
fishing?
anything. I just wanted to make sure that was.
I mean, I could
said out loud.
re-roll.
Yeah,
So
you
that's the
can-
first hit if
okay,
you want.
roll.
I think we all want that.
Is the second one hidden from you? Or is it behind Annalise?
No.
That's true.
Oh, from where I am, I suppose.
Yeah, through Annalise.
Okay, fine.
This one's through.
Well, then it'll just. I won't. I mean, I guess I won't twin it then, and I'll just use the one guiding bolt on the first one.
Okay.
So damage 46. And Annalise, you get, or anyone whoever attacks it next gets advantage.
Cool.
13 damage.
If it's not dead.
Radiant. Yeah, if it's not dead.
Delete. No, okay. All right. So you use that, and when you do the radiant damage, is like light flares, and you can actually see like the flesh like burning off.
Yeah, like what I do is I basically like point my Vickers cane at it, and it's just like a bolt of light comes out of that thing and hits it.
Hanzo, you're up.
All right. Are we doing this? We're jumping?
Yeah, say attack. All we have to do is use your movement to step off the cliff. So I mean,
I can't
You
hold my
can-
movement.
you can-
Though, is what I'm saying. Like I can't hold my movement, so it's gonna be like I have to
Oh,
wait for the next
yeah.
round.
oh, we can't
gonna
hold our
jump.
movement. I didn't realize that.
No,
My bad.
all of you can jump because you can already feather fall. Everyone,
that's
and
true, then
I'll
Greg
wait
can
for
get
Annalise to disengage.
Well, I said go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I will hold my action to move or to jump off because I can't hold a bonus action.
Okay. So we'll
Um,
just all step off when it comes to, because it's a reaction for me. It's not an action or anything.
Right. You all just have to jump.
Okay.
Because we're all our
Yeah.
turns
So go
at
ahead
the
and just
same
jump.
time,
Just jump.
technically.
I'll jump.
Do you
I'll
need to be
jump next
touching?
turn.
Jake, do you need
No,
to touch
not
it?
even touch. I don't even touch. Just go ahead and jump off.
But how far? Like I don't know how far I fall. What if I get out of
No, like-
range when I jump?
Aren't
You won't
all
fall.
already
No,
holding your
that's not
action?
how that
You won't
works.
fall
though.
that fast. You're good.
Yeah. You're all
Okay.
falling at the same time because you're all
Oh,
jumping.
that's true. 'cause it's a
You'll be
6-second
fine.
turn.
You'll be
You're
fine.
right.
Yeah,
We would be all
exactly.
jumping together. Fuck me.
It's your reaction, so you can cast it now on all of you.
No.
It's
Go ahead.
arguing like just jump or do like
Jump.
No,
Oh, 1, 2, 3,
Kofu's not even
go.
paying
Or what?
attention to them. Kofu's not even paying attention. He's so
Meanwhile,
focused on
Annalise,
all the guys coming.
Do I jump on 6?
Just fucking go.
On 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, jump.
No, so I'm totally focused on Annalise. Do you jump?
Yeah, I turn around, look at you, and just kind of fall backwards. Like
Wait, wait, what? Not yet.
I give you a salute as I fall.
You see Kofu's eyes get really big. He's like, ah!
It's like
I'm like,
you guys
if I
are
die, I
crazy.
die. Like,
Just cast it
You guys
now.
are crazy. And then immediately just shoves him, and Stravo goes over. And
Oh, damn.
Again starts freaking out and frantically turning the runes and these different cylinders on his fist, like, oh my god, I think and just shoving
Lodged.
stuff inside of this launcher. And you guys are just like, what the hell? He's like, this is gonna work. This is gonna work.
immediately pitches his nose and jumps over.
All right. As soon as all three of you jump,
oh, it was Annalise's turn, wasn't it? Before it hit Emilio's turn.
It's all right. We're just doing this because
Oh,
we're all
narratively.
We're
Yeah,
good.
we're just going to
Cool.
and Grail, you and Annalise are gonna do your own feather fall, right?
Right.
Okay, cool, perfect. Okay, so as soon as this happens, this blast goes off from my lightning launcher, right? And these 4 little gadgets just get stuck to your back, and these tiny little wings start to unfurl, and they get bigger and bigger, and you have these dragonfly wings, and they start flapping as fast as they can, and you start falling slower. And Kofu is thrilled. He's like, "I knew it! They're meant to make you fly, but I didn't think they've never got them to work before."
Falling with style.
Yes.
Oh,
Exactly.
All right. Annalise, it's you.
Amazing.
Speaking of Disney movies, I pre-ordered the Up soundtrack from Mondo today. Because Mondo had like a release of Up, Ratatouille, and a couple other movies. But yeah. Oh, and Soul on vinyl.
Austin, is your camera frozen again? Yeah, it is.
No, not for me.
It is on mine. I don't know, maybe it's just lagging. Anyway, Uncle, shall we? Trusting that everything's gonna be okay and that this plan's gonna work, I will disengage, take a couple 3 bounding steps, do a jump, a little flip in the air, and do a nosedive straight down.
Right.
Jump, jump, jump.
All right, so I'm gonna skip
Assuming
these
that
in.
Grail will follow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight to. Let's see.
Is it my turn?
Not before.
You can just use your reaction now to cast it on both of us. It's gonna be okay.
They still have to pass a wisdom save to hit me because I have Sanctuary.
Okay.
I'll just push you off at this point.
So they like the zombies like come
I'm
up to you.
also still up there. I haven't stepped off yet.
Okay.
Unless I get a turn.
Well, does that mean you
Before
didn't
that.
cast it on yourself?
That's a reaction, and I can cast it on myself when someone falls. So I don't have to be falling to cast it on myself. Just when someone falls, I can cast it on 5 people.
I'm saying you
So,
should do that right now, Ellie.
Yeah, so you should have cast it on yourself too, then probably.
No, I did.
So your turn. I skipped your turn because I thought you were going over. So.
Oh, so I mean, I'm planning to. Yeah. Just technically, I haven't stepped off the edge yet because it hasn't been my turn.
And he
I
could
skipped
still
your turn.
attack.
So you.
Okay,
you
so then
you would have had your turn.
Okay, in that case,
Would-
whichever one was closest, or I guess closest to. I didn't kill that other one, did I? The one I was attacking before. All right, then I'll just attack that same one. Was that one still glowing with fairy fire? Would that be with advantage? Okay. So 9. Oh, that's thunder. My bad. It's supposed to be lightning. Avoid that. So 11 lightning.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
And
That
then
was a
Draco
natural
gets
20.
4 force damage because he rolled 2 1s.
Draco still gets a crit.
Critical.
All right, so and you blast this thing, and it just kind of like tears its upper torso off when it does that. And when it does that, what's exposed is just this maggot wriggling body sprouting up from the hips. And it's just like wriggling and still attached slightly to the legs. And it's right in front of you. And
Yeah,
it's been wriggling in your face.
Ew.
I'm going to use the rest of my movement to just take 1 step back. And I said, Grail, get out. And then just fall. And the wings just slowly start, letting me fall. And I was like, one day I'm going to figure this out. We will be able to fly with these. But at least we can fall.
Grail's your
Okay.
turn.
I say, finally, it's just you and me now. And I hold up the Vicar's cane, and I twin cast inflict wounds one. Or actually, I'm just gonna not twin cast. I'm going to cast inflict wounds at a high level on this thing that sprouted out that was Rignan.
Okay.
I'm just gonna cast it at a higher level. At a high level. Alrighty. I say, and I curse it when I inflict wounds. Dirty 20.
Nice. It's a hit.
Shit roll. 13, 14 necrotic damage.
Not terrible.
And then I jump off. It will get an attack of opportunity against me.
Nope.
You clear.
And what I do when I do that is I just like I like look at it and it like lunges at me, and then that's when I just leap off and like fall and start to shit, and then like look desperately looking for Annalise, and I see this massive body of Annalise falling, and I'm like, "Ugh, ugh," and then look at the chest plate, and I just the opals like start glowing, and I'm just like go into prayer, and I think of like the wind myrmidon thing, and I'm just like I imagine like a wind to carry us safely down, and it like a gust, like well not gust but featherfall. The way I imagine it is like these spirits of wind energy float us down.
Yeah, it's like you're in the middle of a gale. So like,
It's
so
it's like being in the middle of a tornado, but it like
Yeah.
breaks your fall.
and I try to grab hold of Annalise's hands, one in each hand of mine, which for her is she's probably
We're
like
very
this.
far away.
Yeah, and I'm like, like the whole time, but we're just like spinning around, and it's like skydiving, and it's just in that moment we're like, holy shit.
I like to think that as we're like once we hit the water, everyone just like at first a little because the little ones jumped first, and then
Oh, I'm just terrified to think of all the zombies that are just running off of the cliff that are
they're
gonna
about to
fall
get
down on
pancaked,
top
though.
of us.
They're probably gonna pass us.
Yeah.
Hit the water first.
You are
Basically, you go up into the inky black, and you're just like, it got a few gut wrenching moments where you're just weightless, falling through you can only hear the wind in your ears, and it's just black around you. And in the last second, you reach out and grab Annalise's. You feel your hand touch her armor, and you cast it, and this gust of wind comes up and wraps around you, and you can feel yourself slowing. And just like that, you can start hearing like the sound of the zombies passing you. You can't see them, but you just hear like them passing you, like, and then hitting the water below. And you get this, you don't know how far it is, and then all of a sudden there's just icy water surrounding you, and everyone make an athletics check.
Get advantage on those for the next 30 seconds.
Athletics or acrobatics or just athletics?
athletics.
That's not good for me.
10.
5.
24.
A 2.
All right, so you find yourself all of a sudden, like, you feel the current moving you. You can hear Emilio yelling, and and you can't see where anybody is except for those of you even those who have night vision, because you're at the water line. It's hard to see what's going on around you, and you just make for the shore. Everyone who rolled beneath a 10 has a level of exhaustion. All right. And you find yourself pulling yourself up onto the bank, and you
I
see
make sure
Emilio, and
not okay.
Emilio's cursing. He's like ankle deep in the water by the shore, and he's like dragging Strabo up onto the. He's like, for being so small, you're heavy. I should leave you here.
Imagine Strabo's still talking the whole time, like even out of the
Strabo's-
water.
Strabo's like coughing. He's coughing and laughing, and at the same time. He's like, "Ha! This is so exhilarating. Oh, to be free again."
This guy's crazy.
And
He is crazy. I mean, you would be
know.
crazy too if you were locked
I
up in
know.
a
I'm just
room for
I'm
600
just
years.
pointing it out. This guy's fucking nuts.
Yeah, I love him. I love him.
you,
We're
it's,
taking
it's,
him home.
it's still
Yeah,
right.
me too.
Like you got some idea kind of where you are. You're somewhere near the base of the mountain. You think you're on the right side of the river in terms of where you docked or where Daigo originally docked. So you think you're on the right side, but it's basically dark. You can try and find your way by moonlight, or you can try and wait for light.
I would like to cast a spell.
Okay.
I would like to cast Locate Object
Okay.
on the boat.
Okay. Do you have
So
to do anything to like connect to that boat, or is it just something you've touched in the past?
You describe a name or object that is familiar to you. In this case, the boat.
Okay.
You sense the direction, the object's location, as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you. If the object is in motion, you know the direction of its movement. The spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you have seen it up close within 30 feet at least once, which I have.
1,000 feet.
That's far. That's really
It's almost half a mile.
Half a mile?
333 yards almost.
Yeah.
It's like 3 football
'Cause
fields.
isn't a mile like 2,000 something 2,000 feet or something? Whatever it is. Let's look it up. It's a mile is 1,760 actually. So yeah, so like almost a mile if you think about it.
No, miles 5,000.
200.
Are you seeing yards
What am I thinking of? Yeah, I was
Is that
probably looking
kilometer?
it up in yards.
Yeah.
or kilometer?
So it's a fifth of a
Yeah,
mile.
5,280 feet. Right, exactly. So 1,000 feet, a fifth of a mile. Still, it's pretty far.
No, you can't detect it.
Yeah, 3 and a third football fields.
Right.
Do we know which way the river is flowing? I mean, because we know which way
That's
we came from.
so. Like I said, you can tell what side of the bank you think you're on the right side of the bank, so the correct side of the bank.
So
I'm gonna tell you this, Albie. Your spell, you can tell. You kind of get a hint of direction. You can't tell where it is, but you get a hint of direction, and it looks like
Right.
it's farther down the river. You feel like it's farther down the river because right now you're relatively close to the base of the mountain, and you know it's like a little farther down. So you could try and skirt the river. Though it's going to be kind of hard to make your way because there's no path or anything like that.
Is there a waterside path if you just go up a little bit on the cliff, or is that kind of our only goal, only way to go?
You could try, and because you got a general idea where you are, you could try and find the path that you originally took around the base of the hill.
It should be easy because there's like a boat. There's like a boat dock. Whenever we got
yeah, I
dropped
mean,
off.
locate object is concentration for 10 minutes. So as soon as we get within 1,000 feet of the boat, I should know. Alternatively, I can also detect whether or not an object of a particular kind, such as maybe just like, is there any boat near us within 1,000 feet?
Really? So you can just say like, I want all the oranges in 1,000 feet.
You can say boat. Yeah, you can just say boat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's apparel, jewelry, furniture, tool, or weapon. I could be like, show me all the swords in 1,000 feet. You know, I mean, that's crazy.
Okay.
That's actually
you don't see a boat in 1,000 feet. Like I said, you got a general inkling. You guys can try and make a survival check to find the path.
So I'm gonna just tell the group, hey,
following
I can't detect any kind of vessel for us within
There's
1,000 or
no
so
boat within
feet.
1,000 feet.
But we know what the general direction is.
does it automatically roll disadvantage? No.
Just like following the river that direction. Like, do we need a path? Or can't I just like
You
follow the
find
edge of the river?
Northern side, yeah.
Isn't the edge of the river a path?
There's not a path.
Let's book it.
It's the bank. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
got
we should book it.
brambles and shit and
Yeah,
all
that
over.
direction.
Are you gonna try and find the
I think we're all trying to search for the path. That's why survival checks. 14, 14,
Hanzo would find a path.
2, and
Natural
13.
1.
All right, so you guys, you kind of like, all right, I got a general idea which way, and you go actually inland a little bit. It takes you a frustrating 30 minutes or something like that, but you end up finding the path that you think you took originally, and you start following it. Now, this path was, you spent quite some time taking this path around the hill when you approached originally. So, are you guys going to kind of like walk through the night? Is that the idea?
I mean, I feel like we're on high alert. Yeah, like there was just
Yeah,
a
for
horde.
sure.
Like we have no
We
idea.
gotta
where those
we gotta
things
get the
came
little
from.
boy out of here. He's still at the
Okay, I'm
boat for all
gonna
we
call
know.
that like a forced march. So I'm gonna have everybody do a Constitution saving throw, D10.
Yeah. I mean, is it through the? Oh, because we didn't like really sleep. But we got the benefit of a long rest. Gotcha.
Probably also cold as shit.
Oh yeah, it was frozen water. Oh come on, a 7.
Dirty 20.
Lucky for some. I'll take the level of exhaustion.
Yeah, that's a second level exhaustion. Or if you failed, I forget who failed the first.
So where do you put the levels of exhaustion on
You
here?
gotta get a toggle for it. It's in the gearbox.
Okay.
Far right column,
I
third.
think 2 of you already
fourth
had
from the bottom.
exhaustion.
Got it. Thanks.
I think 2 of you already had 1 level of exhaustion.
Yeah, I did, but I
It's a
rolled
save,
14.
not an ability check. So that wouldn't be a disadvantage, right?
Right. Let's see. GM.
Yeah, first level is just disadvantage on ability checks.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it is. It's cool. It's built into Roll20. Fantastic.
But it doesn't auto apply, which is kind of annoying. Like it doesn't auto disadvantage.
Yeah, I wish it would. I wish it would. It's like a reminder, but it'd be cool if it just applied it.
Probably in the next update. Oh, nice. Trying to.
No, that was me checking to see if it auto, or if it added it. I was curious.
All right, so you guys kind of just like realize you can't stop, and Strabo's like, it's so cold. He's like, my clothes are wet.
You don't even have clothes. It was just like what was left of
His
whatever you
blanket
were
is
wearing.
wet.
It was half. There was no back on. There was no
Said you
back.
don't have clothes because she's like, it's like offended kind of.
We all saw your butt cheeks.
Get you some better clothes.
I say, here, take a ginger, and I give him a ginger candy. Tell him to be
Newer clothes.
Keep him chewing instead of speaking.
I'd give them my traveler's clothes, but they're too small.
Yeah, probably.
Keep us in mind. That's good.
And they're
Here's my
tailored to
one-
like
one
fit the
today,
tail
Goodberry.
and stuff, so we'd still be looking at his butt.
Still doesn't see his crack.
Ooh.
Yeah, you'd
So
still
I
see
don't
it
know
like
if this
top
would
of his
if
crack.
this would apply since I have mobile and I'm assuming that we're using the dash action. With mobile, when I use the dash action, difficult terrain doesn't cost me extra movement.
Cool.
So I don't know if that applies here, but
Well, we're in negative time right now. So
I think we're kind of
doesn't
marching.
really. Yeah. Okay. So you guys are basically exhausted, and you're wet, you're cold, but you slug on, and within a few hours, you can see the fingers of dawn rising, and it's the first light of morning. You're just getting that radiant light from the horizon, and you're moving. You're pretty confident. You're pretty close to the boat now. I'm going to have everyone give me a perception check. DC 16.
disadvantage for those with exhaustion.
Ooh, my first good perception check. Nice on those both.
You say with disadvantage?
If you have
Yeah, I rolled
exhausted.
a 20 with
Exhausted.
disadvantage.
If you have exhaustion, yeah.
I do not.
So
Wait. Oh, right.
I did from the first
No.
time.
The
Not
eight.
performance. Euro performance.
Wait, Austin, didn't you? Hanzo, didn't he get the advantage on the first perception check thing?
I didn't get anything.
Oh, that was me, actually.
Yeah. That was Zach.
And Albie, you also rolled performance check.
Oh well, lovely. I'm super good.
I mean,
at
also,
rolling
just
dice.
low
You're
roll
right,
anyway.
That wouldn't include my bonus.
That's what I'm saying.
Stop
Roll,
that.
roll,
Would you stop that?
roll again.
Whatever you're doing over there, please stop.
That's persuasion.
This is not the time to persuade us about your performance.
on how good you are perceiving, which is still terrible.
I can't roll.
So you
for
can't even
shit,
perceive
guys.
that we're tired of your performance.
So you guys are moving
Cold.
down. You guys are moving down the road, and you're exhausted. And Annalise, you're kind of taking point here, and you're kind of got your head on a swivel here, just because, what next? So and then you hear a twig snap, and it
Stop.
immediately catches your
Everyone stop.
attention, and you see movement in the trees.
How far out?
Movement in the tree.
It 25 feet, maybe.
Is it coming from a
How
particular
long has it
side of
been?
these tree lines?
It's been hours.
No, like since since I casted that spell to try to find the boat. How long has it been?
Hours.
Oh, okay, cool. So no longer have that going.
Does aid last that long?
I don't think
Aid
so.
is
8
8
hours?
hours.
It's 8 hours.
Mhm.
That would still apply.
Cool, because I have
That's
not
why
lost
I
any hit
cast
points
that
yet.
before we go to bed.
Mhm.
So yeah, is there a particular side of this path that the rustling is coming from, or it's just kind of like an everywhere thing?
Oh,
It's
to the
through
left.
here.
To the left.
Oh,
Can you see my beacon?
yeah. I thought it was ahead of us, not right next to us. I'll point it out, saying there's something rustling. Everyone get ready, stay low. And not try to move forward, but just get everyone away from there. So try to get Emilio and Grail farther away. Strabo probably closer to where Hanzo and Kofu are. Do a little reshuffle of the group.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke my head in, see if
I'm
I
gonna
can see
give-
what's going on.
I'm going to give you a free action, Annalise, since you're in the know.
Okay.
And now, is it? I rolled a 20 perception. Am I not in the know?
you did.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought Gordon beat you.
That's
No, he
okay.
got higher with
This is-
disadvantage, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say anything.
Zach would have actually
Change this. There we go.
would have seen this because he had a higher perception roll. So it would have been Kofu who actually heard the stick snap. So Kofu, you have a turn.
Okay. So, do I see anything?
Yes, you can see what looks like a person. They're wearing like earth tones, and they're carrying something in their hand, and like basically you hear the snap, and you see them turning away from like they were looking at you, and they're like quickly moving into the thicker forest.
Okay. So, like I said, with my mobile ability, I don't have any. It doesn't cost me extra movement to move through difficult terrain. So, with 70 movement, if I dash, can I get to them?
Yes.
Then I am going to just run to them
Mhm.
and say, "We mean you no harm." And then when I get close enough, like, can I see like what or who they are? And I say, "There's trouble behind us."
Did you say that to your group?
I
So
say that to this person that I'm running towards. I say, "There's trouble behind us.
So-
We mean you no harm."
Kofu charges off into the woods, and you lose sight of him quickly. Kofu charges said, "Mean you no harm," and the one turns around and says, "Eat shit, lizard," and he pulls out a knife.
Sweet.
Damn it, Kofu.
He's that's
Is this our boat
that's
captain
not good.
taking a piss?
Nope. Nope.
He's just surprised.
Okay.
So yeah, my action was dash. So as now Dracorpian's with me, and he would technically go. Does he also get a free action? Would I be able to use my bonus action during this free action to command him to attack?
No, because your action was used to say.
Oh, my
You-
bonus act. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's fine.
So he pulls out a bronze dagger and it slices down your forearm. You take 6 damage.
Cool.
There's another person with him too.
The
You
rest of
notice.
us here.
Not
Yeah,
nice
mountain
to
I'm just
veins.
gonna shout out, and I'm gonna say, it's an ambush.
God
So
damn
we're
it.
not nice to strangers.
And what we're gonna do, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna keep your guys' initiative. Is that all right?
Yeah, I
From
don't mind
last?
that. It's fine.
Pretty high. I'll
It's
take it.
fine.
So
I'll
long as
probably
that
get
was like a surprise round.
attacked again before my turn.
That's true.
That'll probably happen. So I'm not super happy about it, but
I'll let you roll. You what?
Oh, let's just all re-roll
All right.
then.
Okay, everyone roll.
I'm just gonna roll a 2 again.
New combat. No, I rolled a 2.
I'm sorry. I'm
You're welcome.
You had to
Because I need
trade.
you to get here sooner. This is my mistake.
Hey man, I was
You know,
ready to
for
have
a high
everyone
intelligence
safe.
character.
And behind me. No, you had to run forward.
I did. I wanted to use my mobile ability. It
I know, and
sounded
you did it. We did it well.
super cool.
You ran right into a
Yeah,
knife.
I got there right into a knife.
It's okay. We have a grave cleric with us. It's fine. I'll just send you. I'll make sure that your burial is done right.
Send you flowers.
Oh, that's good. I don't think you know how a Ziff of the Turn Tower. I don't know how you. Do you know how to do a burial?
Burial
For,
rites.
Put you
No,
in the
I
ground.
I'm not
haven't
even
yet.
sure
They-
Kofi
No,
knows
no.
anymore.
Knowing this, if they probably
To
don't have
his
any
knowledge,
burial rites.
you burn down their temple with all of their friends and family inside of it.
So is that what you're gonna do to the Zygotantheon?
Yeah.
Hanzo would just bury in the ground. Sorry, bro.
He
Peace.
literally just says sorry, bro, and bounces.
Your worm
Whatever, I
food,
tried
man.
to say.
I will be right back.
Do you guys want to take a quick break? You guys need a moment?
I think we're okay.
I know we had a lot. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
when
all right.
when you're not in combat, you kind of have opportunity, unless y'all need it.
All right, Hanzo, it is your turn then.
Cool. Can I see the enemy right now, or can I see
No,
anything right
like-
now?
Kofu ran into the thicket and disappeared.
But you
What?
heard ambush. You heard
You
ambush.
heard him, you could
That's all
hear
you
him
heard.
yell. You heard him yell, but he's out of view.
Who's ambushing who?
Yeah, we chased after them.
But was that just a proclamation? Ambush.
Right. Well, shit. I don't see anybody to attack right now. I guess I'll move over here and just look.
Do you know what direction that I started running? I assume.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll move over here and see. Like, get to this is 10 feet, 15 feet. Can I see him? Can I see him yet?
Nope. You
Can I
can't
just
see
walk
shit.
can I just walk into the forest right now and get some light?
Where are you?
Yeah, you can run through the thicket.
Okay, I'm running through with my katana pulled.
Okay.
Let's see, this was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Whoa! Now use dash to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is that a guy? Right. He has one right there and right there?
Yep.
Okay, 2 of them. Cool. So yeah, so this would be I can go 30 and get the full movement. It says, I'm here. And I swing down with my katana.
Nice one-liner. I'm here.
I'm here, boy.
He's like, ambush. I'm here.
Oh,
Did someone say my name?
Did you dash? Oh, you looked for the movement. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, I use dash and movement to get here because with dash is my cunning action,
Yeah.
which is my bonus action.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went up and just went straight through his crotch as I run by. Just,
19.
10 piercing. He
19,
goes
19.
down.
19.
He goes down with a sliced crotch.
Cool. Yeah, 19 though.
Oh.
He is,
Awesome. Hell yeah. I don't even need to reroll a die.
I imagine like you're like running before you even type. You're slice and like he goes down and starts to cry and you slap a hand over his mouth like when he does that.
Yeah, it's real
And so
quiet.
he's like,
Real quiet.
And then then he stops making noise. So
Cool. Yeah, that's the end of my turn though.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna use my Whales from the Grave to transfer over half my dice worth of damage over to sneak it into the other guy.
Okay.
Which I think is just 1d6.
Okay.
Nice.
6. So 6
Yeah.
additional damage. So as I hit him and I cut into him, as he breathes out, as he's dying before I cover his mouth, you see that green kind of smoky, airy etherealness come out of his mouth and suck into the other one's mouth.
And he just grabs its throat and like
it keels over.
Yeah, I think it's I can't remember if it's necrotic damage.
Yeah. And he just hits the ground and he's just on the ground choking. Like
Oh, it is necrotic damage. Yeah, cool.
I'm gonna say these two guys are neutralized. We're gonna go into narrative time.
Cool. As soon as that
Damn.
happens,
Yeah.
That was quick.
Kofu actually spits on the dude that said "eat shit, lizard,"
Yeah.
and he says "eat shit, halfwit."
He's just looking up at you like with wide eyes, like you can't breathe. He's still alive, but he's like fucked up. Yeah.
And then the rest of us
I'm gonna
come
check the
bursting
one I
through. What's
killed.
going on?
I
Oh,
thought I was trying to help, and these guys decided to attack me instead.
Just do
And-
what you will with them.
They're dead for it.
Oh,
Well,
one's
almost.
not dead yet. Right. One of them's still alive. Right?
Investigate the body. Oh,
he's
yeah.
barely hanging on. He's just like,
So do what you will with them.
Grail,
What?
I don't know if you wanted to heal him so we could talk. They're obviously doing something mischievous
well,
out
yeah,
here.
put him out of his misery.
One or the other.
All right. Well, here, let's just make sure that like Strabo's safe here. I don't want
Yeah,
them.
Hanzo's
just, like,
checking the
getting-
dead body as well.
Okay, like somebody want to come over here and like protect these guys before we all just like leave them here on a.
Oh,
path
Kofu will
nowhere?
go back. He's got the mobile
cool.
ability. Kofu goes
Okay,
back
cool.
and leads them to where we were because he's got the dark vision and he knows how to.
All right, so I walk through. I see the guy still choking. The other guy is dead on the ground. Just like whoa. Perception check. What does their garb look like?
roll a perception check.
Okay.
DC 10.
Like, okay. Let's actually roll a perception check this time. God damn it! Not with. Oh well, rolled the same dice.
Okay.
So
They look to. They're pretty shabby. They have bows. Looks like short bows. And you kind of
looking for
like
markings, tattoos, anything.
Yeah. So you like pull back the collar of his shirt, and you can see looks like shark's teeth tattooed around his neck.
Hmm. So the
Call
one
me a
who's
fucking
like,
lizard.
the one who's like still choking or whatever, right? Isn't that what you're saying? He's like still holding his breath. And Kofu had said like, Grell, do you want to like heal him or anything? Like if we should talk to him? And I walk up to him and I say, no, talk is cheap. And I just right on the freaking brain, and I'm just brain him with the Vickers cane, just smash his face in.
There you go.
Okay.
He stopped choking. He's gone.
Yeah, Hanzo does a little flick of his katana to get the blood off.
Someone do a history check for me.
Hopefully.
Please.
I think I would get advantage on the history check with one of my special abilities, depending on what it's about.
I think Connolly beat you to it.
And we
That's
fucking
fair
do.
enough. Go for it. Yeah,
So,
go for it.
you recognize the
Most
tattoo. The tattoo is often you've seen ruffians with these tattoos before. This marks him as a member of the Teeth of Maguda.
Called it.
Teeth of Maguda. And for me, who is an idiot, what does that mean?
So
I look at everyone here and I say there was only 2 of them. That seems it seems silly for them to send only 2 people after 4 of us.
Well, they're
checked the
part of
body.
a mob, so they probably clearly.
Why would
scouting
they be
party or
after
something.
us?
They may not be after us. We may have just stumbled into them.
Why would they be after us? It's like, they're thugs.
Hired
What
by.
are they doing out here in the middle of nowhere if not be after us?
That's why I was trying to check the body to see if there's
Or
maybe like a note, like a
after-
hit list type thing. anything that gives us a hint of that.
No,
Let's go. Let's go back to Strabo.
No declaration of their intent.
I brought Strabo and Emilio over here with us.
Sometimes when like go kill the guys, go hide in this bush.
I'm gonna get these guys.
Right, like so random.
Around, dude.
Like we're in such a remote area. Like for them
Have you
to
ever
be
played
out
Skyrim?
here, like nah, dude. These motherfuckers was here for us. And if they aren't here for us, then they're here for the orb. So I was like, nope, they gonna die. So definitely hurry back to Strabo, or if Strabo's with us, then whatever.
Like I said, I brought Emilio and Strabo over here.
Okay, so then I pointed out to Strabo. I say, see, this is why you need to be kept, be protected. This is why you need to be kept safe. These men were here to kill you.
Keep it secret.
Learn from you.
You guys are crazy. Look at his balls. Look what you did to his balls. Crazy.
The world's a rough place, old man.
Yeah, it's not so nice anymore. Even when I was young, it was getting bad.
Look at my paw. I'm just trying to get all the stuff off. Bathing myself, getting the blood off me.
Just drinking the blood.
Do you do your ceremony for them, or do you not do your ceremony for them?
I would, yeah. I would get down and then, yeah. Any
do that again?
killing.
Just curious.
It's probably one of those things where it's like once we finish up, not with everyone like surrounding them.
We should probably get moving. I mean, we're trying to find this boat, right? And we're getting close. So let's get moving.
As the group starts walking, it doesn't take
emerge
for each. So
emerge back through the. Get back to the path. And let's. Oh, I'm on top of a lizard. Get off me! All right, so
don't call me a fucking lizard.
Sorry, a ziff. I played one in a different game.
And I still called you a lizard in that game too.
And because you were a much bigger lizard, I wasn't gonna be able to do anything about it. Crocodile man, what did I call it?
The alligator and the lizard wizard.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Paligator and the lizard wizard.
Even though you were a druid, anyway.
Yes. Anyways, so get back to the path and like shit. Look left, look right. Is there anyone coming for us? Are we okay?
Yeah, super heavy perception
look for
checks.
tracks. Keep moving. Let's go.
So you guys kind of like drop to your down and like
Just kind of sit and listen for a moment, and it doesn't seem like anybody's coming.
hustle out.
Let's keep going. Come on,
I'm
old
back on
man.
point. Everyone behind me.
So I'm going to actually be sneaking alongside of you in the woods, just using my mobile feet, so I can keep up with you. But I'm going to try to remain hidden alongside the path.
Bring up the rear.
I'll do the same on the other side. Yeah.
Cool.
Uncle,
back
stay
over
behind
there.
Trebo with Emilio. Keep in the middle of us.
Well, you're not over here.
How do I get over there?
Switching.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
I like
Perfect.
I like that you can like peek through.
All right. So
Yeah, I'm trying to do basically the inside of the forest versus the edge of it. So,
Yeah, no, it's cool. All right, so let's
let's go.
boots to the ground.
Okay, Hanzo, I'm gonna have you do a perception DC 16.
Nails it.
Okay. So as you're skirting the edge of the woods there, you spot two more humans, and they're like crouched down in the brush.
I let out a.
Okay.
Wait, to them? Because that would be awesome. Because you'll
And then
just
I'll
like
hide.
notify the
Oh,
enemy.
yeah. I go and I'll get down in the bush.
okay. So
Emilio grabs Strabo.
Hopefully loud enough for all of them to hear. Yeah. I mean for everyone to hear.
Yeah. Take that signal.
Yeah, right here. Can you see that?
Whether that's someone bad whistling or good whistling,
you.
it's a,
No, I
it's a
can't
sign
see
that
through the
something's
through the
happening.
trees.
yeah, I think only Strabo can. Only Hanzo can probably see that.
Okay, gotcha.
So yeah, probably. So about 40 feet from you, Hanzo, you can spot them.
Cool. I hunkered down and hid, but which
Yeah.
direction?
When I hear your whistle, I cross the path onto the other side.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Whether it's a bad guy whistling or a good guy whistling, it's still a sign that says shit's happening on the side. So, sorry, I'm trying to see here. Okay, cool.
All right.
So when someone gets close enough, I say, or give them like the
The symbol. You just like let them know.
just real quiet, yeah. Just give them my point.
And we are going to keep the same initiative now. Sorry, Annalise.
I mean, no, that makes sense. It's fine. It's still kind of the
I
same.
feel
feels
responsible.
like.
Maybe do you want to trade? Let's trade initiatives.
No,
It's
that's
only
fine.
fair.
I didn't know what it really was. I
It makes
killed
more
them both
sense
in
'cause
one
this
turn.
battle is more connected to the
I'm
last one.
playing. I'm playing.
Keep going.
I missed even what the initiative was because I don't know. I killed everyone after only one turn, so I'm just kidding. I was
But
first.
you guys do get a surprise round. So
Dude, just
Cool.
go in there and shoot him with an arrow and then come back.
Exactly what I would do. Yeah, I would literally shoot this one here with my short bow.
Now, is this a surprise round just for him or for? Because I know he whistled and kind of.
I think it's all of you.
Cool. Right on. Then
Cool. So yeah, I'm
I'm
1st.
gonna. Yeah, of course.
Initiative round or initiative order.
Yeah, Hans goes first.
Bitch. I'm just kidding.
I mean, he was giving you the surprise round. I didn't think I was going before you.
So first, yeah, I'm gonna use my where is it at? Steady aim. So as a bonus action, so I'm not moving on my physical turn right now. Do I get bonus action with a surprise round? Or is it only an action?
It's a surprise round. Yeah.
Surprise
Yeah,
round.
it's a round. Yeah, it's considered a round.
Perfect. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna do this to give myself advantage in the turn. And I'm going to fucking shoot him.
Jesus, he rolled a natural 1 and a 20. Oh
Fucking
my god.
crit it. Through his skull. Immediately for that guy. This first one back here does
That's gonna kill him.
18. That's a high roll too. Shit. 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's a few times we've split
30?
the D20.
32 damage there.
Guy's
okay,
obliterated.
yeah, he's wasted. Like
Cool. And as that roll,
his
and
skull
like
is
out
gone.
the other side and sticks in a tree. But
it hits them where it hits the other guy.
no, it doesn't do
Damn
that.
I imagine like they're like they're there to try and like ambush us, right? So they're like, are they coming? Are they coming? One of them's just dead, and the other just like,
It lands in his back and he exhales his last breath with the green mist over to the next one.
Okay.
Would that also double?
no, it's not the attack.
Specifically
Right?
dice.
It's a different target. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the attack. It's like a ability.
Fair. But an extra 5 damage just goes into his skull, and it's like it says literally the necrotic damage equal to the rolls total as wails of the dead sound around them for a moment. So just screaming in weird whispers.
Yeah, you can't hear anything, but he you see him like have trouble breathing, and he like claps his hands over his ears, and he starts like trying to stagger. He's like turns and he's like trying to stagger away. Kofu, it is your turn.
So yeah, when I see that one start to stagger and the other one fall, I kind of get the cue and I let off a lightning bolt and a 4 strike.
So you're gonna have to move in.
Are you in the line yet? I think you have to move in to actually see him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think a 10 hits.
10. No, 10 does not hit. Your blast just like goes over and like takes a branch off a tree.
17 hits.
17 does hit.
And then he just feels a little ow.
A little ow, and it blasts him off his feet. He is dead.
Cool.
Damn.
How's it going quick?
And I'm assuming we're still hidden, hopefully. This is going well. I like this infiltrator armor suit. This is neat.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to narrative time here. So
it's going down the path. Hey guys, what's going on?
it's more the same, and then I believe from this vantage point, I'm actually going to have Kofu. You're going to have to roll me a stealth check, please.
Cool.
Dude, it's
And
like Last of Us 2. Sorry, go ahead.
And it's not a disadvantage because I'm wearing the infiltrator armor.
And Harry, I'm gonna have you do it as well.
One more time.
Annalise is also going to have to roll a stealth check.
Okay.
This whole scene reminds me of
Oh,
in Last of Us 2.
That was
Nice.
survival.
Can we
I'm
keep
happy-
the roll? Can we keep the roll?
I mean, I have a +3 stealth. It's better than what my survival would have been. I just clicked the wrong thing.
No, yeah, you guys both pass, I think.
Cool.
Be like
Did you
whenever you
roll
find
a
the scars in Last of Us, and then all of a sudden, poof, and just get like hit hard with the bow. That's just scary.
So, Annalise, Kofu, you guys can see the bow, I think, right?
I
Mm-hmm.
can see a whole bunch of other things too.
Yeah, and what you see is there's a encampment. The bow, at first you don't really, you see like looks like a bunch of Teeth Maguda. And they're like spread out across they've made like a camp. And after a while, you spot Daigo, and he's on his knees in front of the fire. And his hands are bound behind his back. And he looks really uncomfortable. He's all sweaty and like bent over, and he's a big guy, and he's kind of got this like he's kind of talking to them, and they're kind of ignoring him, but he's like, oh God, I can't feel my legs. Could someone just push me over or something? And they're like, shut up, and one of them slaps him. You don't see Urkin anywhere. And looking, you can see the sorcerer is standing on the deck of the ship. And there's another kind of Teeth Maguda guy who's just talking to him. They don't seem to notice you're there.
Oh, that's good.
Have an idea. I look for a rock nearby. Is there a rock or anything? Just any non-magical object. Pick up a rock, and I start whispering into it. And you can hear that the rock just keeps whispering.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna throw the rock across the path into these bushes right here.
Okay.
Well, we need to all get into the safety of some covers. So can you move Strabo?
And I'm gonna tell Hanzo kind of what my plan is. I'm gonna see if I can lure them into that bush. See if you can take them out.
And while
One at a time.
Gopher was setting all this up, I'm gonna turn to Emilio real quick and say, the boat is under attack right now. I need you to stay back and protect Strabo. Keep him out of this. Do what you can from a distance.
Let's take out as many as we can without them knowing.
Annalise, you stay with Strabo. I will take care of them.
I think I'm a little bit better set up for this fight than you are at the moment.
Stay with Strabo. I can hit them from afar. You guys just get ready. We got this. I'll stay with Strabo. I can lightning launch him.
I'm not going anywhere, but I need you to watch his back.
I can watch Strabo. I got it.
I was talking to Emilio, but we're cool.
Oh. Yeah, we're cool. I think you might need Emilio.
Okay, so the plan is to get them into. You're going to throw it here.
So yeah, I'm throwing it in this bush here. Like I said, it's just the rock is whispering, and I'm hoping that will give you a chance to sneak up on him, Hanzo. Whether it be one or both of them, I'm going to be waiting over here, and I'll, if you can't get them both, I'll try to take one out as well.
Try to sneak over this way in these bushes.
Also, that was the magical tinkering ability. I'll put that in the chat if anyone's interested.
So you guys know, whenever you guys are in the forest area, you don't need the stealth. When you're visible outside, you're going to have to stealth.
All right,
cool.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so you're just going to go for it now. We're starting on Kofu's turn. And you're going to throw the rock now?
Yeah. I mean, do you want to, Hansa? Do you want to wait until? Do you want to get closer first?
I might need to get a little bit better vantage point from this side. Let me look here. I have to switch between the lighting. Hold on. I could hit it from here, but if they end up going to the woods, I guess they're a little bit closer then.
So I'm gonna throw the rock right over here, hoping that they hear the rock and then we'll approach and then hear the whispers.
All right.
And I can do this as many times as it takes. I'll keep throwing rocks if I have to.
I only have like one good shot on them before they end up coming for us.
And remember, they have the same line of sight as you.
So, in terms of what's visible.
But if we're currently hiding, right? You say we can
Yeah,
hide
we're
for-
hiding now, right?
Yeah, you're hiding, but this is visible to everyone else too.
Oh, that's a good point. So maybe we have to lure them in here.
Yeah, get
We
them
have to
out of
lure
the-
them. We have to lure them
tree.
into this area.
Yeah, get them into
So
the tree.
maybe that's what we do. Let's cross the path. We'll move over here, and we'll see if we can lure them in one by one. Maybe. And then if not,
Well,
I
we need to get them away from the boat and the sorcerers at the moment. We can take off bandits easy, but as soon as he gets involved, it's going to be a different story.
Mhm.
I also prefer to shoot him as opposed to going up and getting him with my sword, if possible. I prefer to shoot him from back here. I can still get advantage on the rolls.
Well,
Meta.
so you and I can go over into the bushes. We can do at least a decent enough damage up front, and with support from the back.
Yeah.
So if we want to move to this pocket instead.
yeah, move to that pocket because if we can lure them in there, then they won't see those bandits go down. So we're trying to remain stealth for as long as we can. I think.
We should probably double back down the trail then, kind of get out of a little bit of line of sight. Just kind of go back a little bit to get out of here, and then go across where it's not.
I'm
as
gonna
visible.
stay here. I'm gonna stay here with Strabo so I can still see what's going on and try to lure them for you guys.
I take the extra 6 seconds to double back out of line of sight from the boat, and then I'll go across.
So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the first rock here. You know, maybe rustle, and then they could hear some whispering. I pick up another rock and I whisper into it, and I throw it deeper into the woods here.
Okay. So
That spell, it makes a sound, makes a whisper. So it's right here.
So the first rock is here on the edge, and the second rock would be 10 feet away here on the edge.
Okay. So first rock, let's do a quick thing here.
I'm waiting back here.
I'm just trying to see.
Okay. Is that a cantrip?
No, it's I put it in the chat. It's called magical tinkering.
Is
So
it
it's
just
a gnome. It's a gnome artificer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you throw the first rock, at first it doesn't seem like either of them hear it. They're like sparring. There's two guys out here sparring, and then one stops and like he kind of like in the middle of something. And he tells the other guy, "Shut up." It's like, "Shut up." And then he moves this way, and he kind of stops and just is like looking into the woods there. And then you're gonna throw a second one.
Yeah, so the second one's already thrown. Once he approaches the woods, I end the whispering of the first stone, but the second stone is still whispering. So he would hear that whispering
is that somewhere
just
around here?
beyond there. Yep.
All right. Annalise and Hansa, you see this guy emerge into the woods. You are, let's see. I'm gonna have you both make stealth checks here.
Okay.
If you want to remain hidden.
Ooh.
Okay.
He walks in and he looks up and he looks looking directly at you guys. Let's see, what is his?
Throw a hand axe at him.
Yeah, I'm
And
trying to see him, but I lost sight of him as soon as you stepped through that tree. And
Yeah,
I can't.
see the-
I can
yeah.
no longer. I can't help.
But yeah, then now we need to go to initiative order. So
So
we'll be attacking. So will he, I'm sure.
actually, Kofugo's turn, and then it's Grail, but they don't. You can't tell what's going on. So it's the bandit's turn.
Wait,
Wait
so
a
I would
minute,
still
I'm
get
sorry,
movement though, right? I would still get
well, we
movement
would.
and everything, right?
Hanzo was
Yeah, I mean,
first.
we'd still get turns.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was halfway through. Hanzo goes top of the order. So it's Hanzo's turn.
Cool. So yeah, seeing him come through and almost like catch eye contact with me. I noticed that he's a little bit bigger than me. Maybe like a size bigger than me, more than likely. And I'm going to use my Fury of the Small to give myself advantage on this attack.
Okay.
Because it's larger than mine. And then attack with my short bow. Just try to hit him right in the face. Roll a 10. 10 hit?
That's a miss.
10 is a
Damn it.
miss.
Yep, so I missed on the first shot. That's all I got, actually.
Uh,
Oh, but I am going to use my bonus action to then duck into a bush.
Kofu, it's your turn, but unless you're going to shoot somebody in the open or do something, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. I assume that you guys have this covered. I don't. I hear. I'm hear or don't hear the arrow. Miss. I assume I don't hear it. So. Fuck.
Okay.
But you don't hear a guy
Since I
fall
lost sight, I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm gonna try to sneak across. So let's see.
That's true. He hasn't said anything yet.
20,
So
25, 30. Do I need to roll a stealth check?
Yes, you would.
Okay, so let's hope for the best here. Nope, they see me cross that road for sure.
Okay.
They definitely see me cross that road.
So you, as you move across, you're like, I'm just going to go across this space real quick.
I just wanted to see what's going on.
Yeah, and as you're moving across, you look up and you see the other guy that was sparring, and he's like watches you walk across.
Yeah, we make eye contact, and I just keep walking.
And he immediately yells. He says,
Yeah, I am going to go ahead and kill the one that said, or try to kill the one that said they're here, and let off a lightning launcher at him.
Okay, so yes, you can do attack.
Dude, you need to distract him. Oh,
Another
my
natural
God,
one.
yo.
That's back-to-back natural ones.
What are you, Kyle?
Right, and then a 2. Okay,
change your dice color. Change your dice color.
that's my turn.
All right, that goes wide, strikes the whole of the ship.
Rail, it is your turn.
I hear the guy yell, "They're here."
Mm-hmm.
I look at Emilio and say to him, "You wanted to make Aurelia proud, right? You just may get your chance." And I tell him, if I don't get out of this alive, to make sure to complete the mission.
Okay.
However Emilio wants to react to that, he can. And
He's
then
like, we're all going to complete this mission, old man.
perhaps. So as long as I'm within the cover line of this, am I, quote, stealth?
As long as you're not invisible, as long as you're not visible to them, you don't have to roll stealth.
So, all right. All right. $70 Jesus. What should I do, guys? What would Grail do?
That's the better question.
60 feet. Okay, so I can do it. Fuck. Do we see all of us see these people, right?
I'll be right back.
See what you see.
We saw. Oh, I mean, but you were like when you described like the sorcerer on the boat and like the guy at the beach. Like we saw that.
Mhm.
Okay. And shit. Well, if I know from the briefing that that's the sorcerer, then probably also tell Emilio that he needs to go down no matter what. So
Go.
5, 10,
sorcerer. Okay.
5, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I be here and still, am I behind the cover line? It's like on the line. I'm in the trees.
Yeah, you can be cover line there.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do that, and actually, I suppose I probably would. Yeah, I can't. I have to be able to see him to cast the spell on him. I'm going, and that's my full movement. I'm just gonna take the dodge action. And I guess if my shillelagh isn't doing, I'll do shillelagh and dodge action. So there you go. My turn.
Okay.
That means it is their turn.
Because they don't know we're in these bushes. They know we're in those bushes.
Let's get this turn order going. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you always stop at the. Okay.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Stop.
Dashed. Um.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This one pulls in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. The third bandit breaks through the woods here and sees you on leash and immediately hucks a javelin at you.
Yeah, they are.
Hey guys, don't be in a line. Also, lightning bolt.
Yeah, good to know.
Just thinking.
Yeah.
And I
From the
think
wizard?
a 16 does not hurt you, right?
Nope.
It's like meanwhile I'm in the line.
Deflected off your armor. Ping.
Is that the sound it makes?
Thunk.
Boom. More like a thud. Unless it's got metal. I mean, is it a metal
What kind
spear?
of armor?
Or is it- Yeah, what kind of spear is it, Jesse? Is it bronze?
Yeah, it's bronze
Also,
spear.
what kind of armor is it? Yeah, is it leather? Leather would go boom.
I think she has Lemelar. Is that right? It's technically chainmail.
Yeah.
She has bronze
Oh,
now.
so it's
So it's bronze Lemelar. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. And then it is going to be. It's going to be Emilio's turn.
Gotta protect Strabo.
Emilio, Grillo, you can see Emilio is doing everything to try and restrain himself from charging out of the bushes here.
He's gonna get himself killed.
I'm gonna roll the dice and I'm gonna see if he decides to do it or not.
He's not living past this
How
episode.
about I roll it? God
You want to
damn
roll it?
No,
It's a
you roll it.
D20. Anything over 10 is he's going to charge out of the bushes.
No, you roll it. Just roll it public so we all see. In D20. Or in D20. In
The
roll
slash R.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
slash
part of it.
roll.
I'd use the dice.
Oh,
So I
he's
rolled-
breaking free. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Amelia!
30.
You stupid
Easy.
bastard.
He breaks from the actually, let's see. You hear 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Breaks through from here.
Oh, there you
And
are.
he dashed. So that's his turn.
You stupid
uh,
bastard.
Strabo is like, oh, I want to see what's going on.
No, god damn it. This is when I told him to stay with him. I should have never trusted Jesse to be an NPC to babysit Jesse, who's also playing the other NPC.
Well,
It is Annalise's
responsibility
turn.
now. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Oh boy. They're pretty far away. Well, I'm gonna rush past Emilio just for a quick second, trying to get in front of him. What is it? 5, 10, perfect. 15, and say just that. You stupid bastard! I said stay by Strabo. And I'm gonna huck an X at this one right here.
Okay.
But since we're kind of going into the woods, I do want to activate the giant's might, but kind of restrain the actual growth, so I stay the same size, but can still maintain benefit. And the ability does allow for that.
Okay.
And X. 25.
Nice.
I'll be low 6 plus big strong arm. Yeah, 12.
12.
So 12 to the
12
face
damage?
with an axe. Yeah.
You hit him in the face with the axe. He goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Oh.
And seeing that, I was gonna rush back, but I'm actually just gonna duck 5, 10, 15 to get further forward, but back in the bushes. Now, quick question: if they are in the same bush, like the same kind of like tree line that I am, can I see me, or are we all kind of like ducking behind tree trunks right now?
So if you can see them, they can see you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm fine here. That will be my
All
turn.
right. With that, you hear a voice ring out from the camp. It's Bakanaman. He says, "Stop! I know you're out there." And then you see him like basically duck into the tent and come out. And he has Erkin, the boy. And he says, he says, "Tusk one," and he refers to his Scorpion bodyguard. He says, be ready to kill that man." And the Scorpion, grizzled, almost 7 feet tall, hound's tooth pierced through his lip, grabs Daigo and pulls back his hair, and he pulls out a jawbone knife and holds it at his throat. And Bakanaman is also holding Erkin by his hair and has a bronze knife to his throat. He says, "Come out." And I think we're going to call it right there, guys.
Cool.
Yeah. Good.
That kid doesn't mean shit to me, dude. I'm not going out there. Just kidding.
I think more importantly, we just can't let them get the orb.
Yeah,
That's
he's got to
mission.
stay hidden. If we go out, he needs to stay hidden.
They can see him. He already stepped out. As soon as Emilio went, he didn't know what to do, so he stepped out and they can
ruin
see him.
everything, bro.
This really couldn't go any worse than
Stop
it
smiling,
is,
Jesse.
which is amazing.
What happens when you let him control the 2
You
NPCs?
guys are doing really good in the beginning. I was like, "There, you guys gonna get him?"
Almost set up an ambush.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks. We'll do We'll do XP off stream.
Okay, cool. Well, then, for everyone who did watch and those who will watch later, catch old episodes on YouTube. Search Realm of Ravengard or Gat'Ka. Might all be available that way. And then this one eventually will be up on there. And as always, good night, and until next time.
Thanks, Jesse.
Later.
Yeah.